have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want, so I'll take it on. I've made mistakes, but mistakes make you strong. Let's break it down for a minute. I want the crown, I'm gon' get it. You hear me loud, man, I'm winning. Yeah, Charlie Sheen will be grinning. These ladies know that I'm sinning, and this is just the beginning. I'm closing in the night inning. There ain't no point in resisting. Living life like a dream, live it right, that's the thing. Every night, got a team, I've been tied to the scene. Out on stage, here on screen. Okay, it's the dream, and I pray as a team. One day, it'll be me. If I want it, then I'll get it. Head down, don't regret it. Push myself to the limit. If I play it, then I win it. I'm just saying, I'm just living for today. For a minute, I don't stay, I just visit. Have no shame, I admit it. Looking right at me to see if I succeed, to see if I believe. They're looking up to me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the best of me. Swear to God, man, I'ma make it soon. Silence all the haters as they see us making moves. I do what I want, so I got nothing to prove. Staying motivated, teaching others what to do. I'm staying focused, my mind is open. They start to notice that I'm in motion. There is no potion, you're not just chosen. It takes devotion to stay composed, man. Never stop, there ain't no time to fall. Try to live, get it all. You got one life to pop. Thinking big, never small, cause you gotta want it all. When you finally get that call, you get ready, take it on. Need a hand out, I already stand out. Starting to advance now, ready to expand now. You don't have a chance now, cause we're in demand now. Make it 5 grand now, feeling in command now. They're looking right at me to see if I succeed, to see if I believe. They're looking up to me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the best of me.
Pilot, you are awaiting clearance into the Gunpla Hangar. Please proceed ahead until you are instructed to land. Pilot, you are clear for landing.
Okay, sorry guys, I didn't realize that my mic was muted. Nice. Yeah, so first I said Mega Demon was here. Jen second, guys. My mic, I must have hit something earlier when I was testing something. But can you hear me now? Is everything good and clear? Can y'all hear me? All right. Anyway, we have Duffman in here. Duffman. So I just did the dance, and he also dropped us a dab party. Let's go. Thank you, Duff, for the dab party. He's throwing out some Twix for everybody as well while drinking some Kool-Aid, guys. There you go. Dave made it in here in fourth place. Fourth is never last. Thank you so much, Dave. It happened over the weekend. I am very grateful for that. You guys, as always, show up and show out, and I appreciate that so much. Hats off to you guys. This is all because of you, and we're already at 11 likes before the stream started. Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. Again, we're almost halfway to our goal of 30. Brandon, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. Dave continuing the dab party. Duffman keeping the dab party going on. And we had the song. Yep, it was muted. Sorry. You guys are funny. But y'all can hear me now. As long as you can hear me now, that's good. It did its thing. But tonight we are working on the Gundam Hajiroboshi. There we go. Kenneth Bird, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. But the Hajiroboshi, this kit right here is from the Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans series of anime, games, manga. There's so much stuff that came out for this, and this is from the UrDr Hunt game. Now, this game is really cool because it allows you to kind of get involved in a second timeline and a second region, and it's piloted by Wistario Afam. That's an interesting name. But it was one of the Gundam frames. I think it was found on Venus. I want to say is where they found it. So definitely a different take on the Iron-Blooded Orphans. No. I think there might be a little bit of Tekkaden influence in there at some point. I think Tekkaden does make an appearance. It's the guys of Tekkaden do make an appearance at some point, but it's very separate from the Mars situation. So yeah, definitely something I'm interested in. Definitely, it's a game that's only exclusive to Japan right now. And so I haven't had it. I won't have a chance to play it yet, up until I can get a hold to it. But it's a mobile game. Happy Mother's Day to everyone as well. Thank you so much for all of y'all, all of you wonderful mothers out there that supported the channel through and through. I appreciate you guys. By the way, my tweezers were all the way over there. Why were they over there? Who knows? I think that's because I opened a box today from my good friend Joseph Michaels, who sent a package to us. You guys tune in Monday at 3 p.m. There will be a video up. No, definitely didn't find it there, Duff. Definitely didn't find it there. Glad to have everybody here tonight. So let's get started with the build, guys. Let's have some fun with this. Let's see what we got. Let's see how this kit's going to build out. So the first things first, we're building the frame of the kit. Now, these IBO kits, that's how they start. They always start with a frame build, and just a fun series of kits. I've always enjoyed the IBO kits. All right, so I need to go ahead and cut out A19. I see in this first step here in A20. Again, we are working on the Hajiroboshi from the UrDr Hunt series. I'm excited for not series, but the UrDr Hunt game based off of the Iron-Blooded Orphans series. Takes place in that same timeline. Really an interesting story so far from everything I've read. And they showed a video of it fighting one of the mobile armors. There is another suit that I have as well, it's going to be hard for me to say. It's Marchiosis, I think, or Marchiosis. I'm probably butchering that name. I do apologize. But again, starts off pretty simple. Same IBO build as before. Nothing really different. 5 runners max. We got a ton of stickers here, so that's going to be fun. And polycaps, guys. These are the polycaps that it comes with. So I got this kit. Now, I ordered this kit from New Type a while back. And it was one of my... like I said, I'm a huge fan of the IBO series. I think their kits are... I love Gundam in general, guys. And I had some, Jackwagon argue with me one time about Gunpla like the only reason I like Grandpa, like the only reason I like the RX-78 is because it, it's like Star Wars in Japan. Nobody really likes it, and I was like, dude, I love Gundam. Gundam is such a great series for me, and he argued like he went after Mirage first, and first off, don't do that. That's why I kind of went in there and baited him to see if he would like come after me. And when he did, I was like, ooh, this guy's a sucker because I love putting people in their place. Like he was just such a tool. And that's the thing is like the Gundam community isn't as toxic as most, but you do get some people in there that get really toxic about things. Like there's some of them that think Zeta is like the best thing on earth, and to each their own. To each their own. I'm not knocking it. I have not seen Zeta, so I can't comment on it. But I'm of the mindset that Gunpla is freedom, and Gundam is such a great universal series all the way around that it doesn't matter what series you like or anything like that. It's just Gundam's for everyone. It is really such a universal, just wonderful, just everything is about it's just super fun, and that's why I love it. A mobile game about mobile suits. Yep, that's totally the thing, David. It is a definite mobile game about mobile suits. Set in the, like I said, set in the post-disaster timeline of the Iron-Blooded Orphans. Just a fantastic story from everything I've been reading. Because, again, we are unable to get it here in the States yet, unless you VPN it. I don't play around with VPNs too much. I need to start playing around with VPNs a little more because I find them interesting, and I want to learn a little more about VPNs. I would love to snag that game. I'll have to see if it's out for our stuff, because I doubt it, just because it's a Japanese exclusive right now. But the story, everything I've heard about it so far is it's got a very interesting story in the PD timeline, the post-disaster timeline. All right, so we've got the first set of we've got the torso already looking good here. This is the inner framing of it, but it's really cool. Oh no, Dave, don't trust me. Hey, trust me, Dave. I already handled him. He didn't say another word after I finished on him. Yeah, I beat him with smarts, so it worked well. By the way, tonight's drink of choice, guys, is the Push and Punch. Really a delicious flavor from my wonderful sponsor, Debbie. Guys, they make some great drinks here, and they're 0 calories, 0 sugar. So for those of you with sugar issues, it's a great drink. I'm doing half a scoop right now compared to the full scoop because I had a weird couple of days. Really wasn't feeling good. I popped a massive migraine last night, and it wore me down. Like you can ask Jen. I was not myself yesterday. All right, let's see. Let's get that in place. Oh, come on. You can go. There you go. There we go. I had the piece backwards. We're already getting... So that's your neck joint right there. Well, that was your neck joint right there. It landed by Toilet Ninja. Thank you, Toilet Ninja, for stopping that. Old Toilet Ninja. One of my favorites. I've started putting some figures around the build base here, just because that allows me to stop the parts from moving, and I've got to get a really good stand for that. But that allows the parts, that keeps all my pieces from flying out all over the place. Got some Funko Pops and things like that around here. Just really nice things that I've gotten from people, including some mystery things that I cannot show y'all yet. The only thing I will do is I will show you that piece right there, maybe some eyes from my wonderful from the wonderful friend of the channel, Joseph Michaels. He sent me something pretty cool. All right, now we got to break out the B1 runner. Everything is A, B1, B2, C1, and C2 today. So let's see here. We're looking at B118 is what we need. And that will be a yellow piece. I love that sound when it cuts cleanly. B118. And then we're going to put the B1 runner back in place for now, because I will be calling on it soon. And we need the C1 runner, C121 and C122. That's C2. That's not C1. That's C1. Put C1 back in the wrong spot. So we're going to put C2 all the way at the end so I don't do that again. 21 and 22. Looks like we are building the actual chest armor now to go on this. Cool thing about these IBO kits, and like I was saying before, is that they are very well. It's almost like building a tiny, like a very less detailed RG. In other words, you don't get the inner frame workings of the RG like you do with the HGs. But no, it was kind of a get it yourself night. Like I said, still feeling a little under the weather there. We had hot dogs. That's all. I've eaten hot dogs most of the day. I haven't had a whole lot. I will send him to a dimension where the radio station plays nothing but ooh, that's rough, Dave. Don't do that dimension. Slothman, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Captain Spalding, how's it going? Welcome to the stream as well. All right, I noticed my camera is a little janky. There we go. There we go. That's a little more organized. So we're going to go ahead and start working on this. C121 is this one here. And I need to line everything up appropriately so that it all kind of sits in place. But I got to make sure I'm doing it right. There we go. I had it upside down. But of course. And then now we're going to take all of this. And this is just going to line up in place with all of that. And I see some undergating that I need to clean up as well. I'm very careful about this piece here because, for one, it lines up, but it doesn't line up perfectly, if that makes sense. I feel like that's not great. Maybe that's just my... Nope. There we go. Now it's starting to line up. There we go. Just had to kind of put a little pressure in certain spots to where I wouldn't break. I was afraid of these spots right here, but now that I've got it done, where was that undergating I saw? Though there's a little bit right there. Let's clean that up. Let's clean. Let's tilt the camera up just a little bit so y'all can actually watch me work there. I have to bring it close to me at some point just so I can see what I'm doing. So I want to make sure y'all can see that as well as the build. So every time I bring the camera forward, I feel like it takes away from the view there. So there we go. Let's see here. I'm keeping up with the chat here. Gundam's going good, Cap. Gundam's going good. Glad to have you here, Cap. Everybody saying hey to Cap. You're only on chocolate cookies. You're only on cookies. Nice, Cap. That's a good supper. Chocolate chip or Oreo? You want the chocolate chip? Try to do a barrel roll. That should get it off your head there, Sloth. Huh. That's interesting. That's very interesting there, Cap. All right, so now we can start working on getting the torso together here. And I got to make sure everything lines up perfectly because, again, we don't want anything kind of blocking the arm joints that are going to be coming in place there. I feel like we're missing something right here. That may come in later, though. And is it bad that while I'm building this, I can hear the song "Raise Your Flag" by Man on a Mission playing in my head while I'm building this? B121. All right, so the next things we're going to be working on here, guys, are kind of getting the armor together here for this for the backpack. Like in my head, I hear "Raise Your Flag" by Man with a Mission, one of my favorite songs from an anime opening. Literally pumps me up every time I hear it. Also, the color on this is a very interesting color. Normally with Gundams, you get a very white, red, and blue scheme with yellow as a underhint or as a undertone or minor tone. With this, on the other hand, we're getting a lot of like almost like an off-white with some yellow and a very little bit of red. No blue. Okay, let me see how this is supposed to go because that's not quite lining up the way I want it to. That's how it's supposed to go in there. There we go. And now that just goes onto the back like that. There we go. Slothman, maybe call in a family member. Is your brother nearby to grab your leg and help lift it over your head? Because that would be my next guess. All right, so we got the torso done. That's out of the way. We're going to set that off to the side because next step is to start working on the head here. So we need the B1 runner yet again, and we're going to need the C1 runner here. B125, which is the face of the kit. Now these are tiny. These Gundams have a tiny face compared to like the standard Gundams that we have in the lineup, where most of the time the face is built around or the armor is built around an actual face. This is actually built around just, let's see, that's that. The eyes are actually right there. Wow, that's tiny. That is really tiny. I've got a magnifying glass that I can use, but that's going to be really tight to put on. The eye stickers aren't tiny though, so that's good. They're a little awkward, but not tiny. I don't like the way that sticker looks. There's very little green on that, so the eyes really don't have a lot of view there. Like, they really don't look great. And I'll see if I can show y'all, but that's literally the eye sticker there, and I don't like that. That's not one of my favorites there. I like a little bit of extra eye color there, and we're getting very little like eye color, to be honest. And the details on this really aren't giving away a whole lot to say, hey, this is how it's supposed to go in the instructions. Definitely an IBO kit for sure. Which, don't get me wrong, like I said, I love my IBO kits, but these designs for the eyes are not my favorite. Maybe it'll pop a little bit once we get the contrasting color on there from the face armor. Just doesn't sit well. It's so hard to hold the piece and then try to work the sticker around it. All right. I'll take a break real quick from that so I can check the chat here. Captain Spaulding says, it's time for a dab party, so let's give him what he wants. He wants a dab party. It is a bit of a quiet Sunday, I think, because it's Mother's Day. Everybody's out and about, and that's what's kind of got everybody out doing their own thing tonight. All right, Cap, I see your question there, and I will tackle that one as well. Yep, IBO is Iron-Blooded Orphans. It's a series on you can actually find it on Netflix, I believe. Very good series from the Gundam creators. A lot of fans are divided on it, whether or not it's like one of their favorites. Some fans really don't like it. I like it. I think the story is really good. I think it's a little bit more on the realistic side when it comes down to like design and all that, and kind of gives you the idea that, you know, your heroes aren't going to be safe in the long run. I don't want to spoil it in case you decide to go watch it, but it's a really great anime. Like a lot of the fans are not keen on it just because the story is it focuses more on like combat versus actual like in book order. Nope, it's Iron-Blooded Orphans. Mobile Suit Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans. The series takes place like in a future where like this totalitarian government kind of runs and owns it kind of handles everything. They're very like strict and oppressive, and Mars doesn't and the Martians really get treated like the humans of Mars get treated as like second class. Yeah, that eye did not go on well. That looks terrible. Not my favorite design for eyes here, but see if I can straighten it out a little bit and maybe get a little bit of... Some of these decals just aren't perfect, and they drive me a little insane with their placements. Oh, that's okay. It looks okay now. Like, I think a better sticker option would have been something that kind of sat on the eyes a little bit there. That this is a fairly aged kit. Not terrible, but it's a little aged. E17. Welcome back, Mega Demon. Cap, if you love anime like Attack on Titan and series where there's a lot of focus on like action and combat and things like that, this one would probably be right up your alley. It's very like nobody really has heavy plot armor in this one. Like I mean, there's a couple of characters that have some plot armor, but in all honesty, the plot itself really kind of focuses on like the whole of the group versus one main character being kind of central. And there are a ton of Gundams in this one. Like it really brings out more Gundams later on in the series. Like instead of just being one main Gundam, you get several different Gundams here later on. And I'm going to work on building those kits soon. I wanted to come back to Gundam though because nice. The Prey Predator, nice. Big Bad U Store. The Big Bad Toy Store. Do not cut those off, and I have not. Good. All right, so we are going to set that there because I need to come back to the C1 runner yet again, and we're going to cut out the head armor here. Make sure we don't cut off the connectors here. 28 and 29 are the parts we need. All right, there's that. And we're working on, and then I'll need 30 as well. So cut that free. And then finally we'll break out that big V fin on this one. Now this has got a different setup on the fin of the head there. Alright, so I need to look at this from a certain angle here. There we go. So it's going to be that way, and then I need stickers 3 and 4. Very well organized in the sticker placement here. Like, they are actually using stickers in order so far. Sticker 3 is going to go into this little notch area. Come on. Sticker placement's absolutely the hardest thing with some of these kits because you've got such a tiny space to implement the sticker, and if it doesn't go on right, you have to keep working with it, and my hands are not wanting to be steady tonight. Oh, come on. Really, at this point, painting it would probably be a little bit easier. Such a tiny sticker. And that's what usually takes me the longest with these IBO kits is the stickers. The build part's not terrible. I can't seem to get my finger to pry it off of the tweezer. That's an annoying sticker. Very annoying placement of a sticker. And I think it folded on itself, so not perfect, but there, we got that in place. I'm going to try my other tweezers here for the second sticker. Just because they're a little bit hook build, so I can just place it without keep that animal hair off of that. That time that went on perfect. Great. There we go. So that was that little black speck. If you can see, if my camera will focus. My camera's being a pain tonight. There we go. Is the actual placement piece that I needed to do there. And that was just a pain to get in place. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take the points from there. There we go. That's in place. Repeat the process over here, and we have almost, if I can get my fingers to line everything up right. There we go. This is a very slippery kit. Alright, so now we need to get the back piece on here. And this just kind of solidifies that head and holds it together. And now, the V-fin. And after that, we've got the head and the torso done. So we're moving along pretty good here. At 30 minutes, I've already got like... Yep, I got these old sausages here, Cap. And they're slippery tonight. Like, I'm going to have to get something to help kind of with the grip there. Definitely right up there with a Gundam Wing for sure. Kind of. It's kind of like that, almost. There's a little difference. Cap, you're never too late to start with Gundam. They got a new series out now called The Witch from Mercury, which has some amazingly detailed kits. I am super impressed with them, and I think they're really well done kits. Mirage as well has been bragging on the Demi Trainer that he just built from that series. He's built Choo Choo's Demi Trainer, which is a beautiful looking kit. Alright, with this one I don't have to worry so much about the... So we need 5 and 6. So we are moving kind of in order here. Alright, so let's see. I'm looking at this. 5 goes right there. And we're adding just a little bit of contrast to this bright yellow here to kind of take away from it a little bit. And that's kind of what the artists do, is they throw in the color where they see it needs it, just to kind of make it stand out. Because as I was saying earlier, when you look, as I've said in earlier streams and previous talks about Gundam, when you look at the suits, they tend to be very bright for the most part in most series, aside from suits like Unicorn, like not Unicorn, but Banshee and Death Scythe. Most of your suits that have a very strong, like, it's just the grip on this tonight is so terrible. Here we go. All right, we've got the head done, and that is the head, ladies and gentlemen, of the Hajiroboshi. Just gonna twist that sticker a little bit. Not a bad looking head. I kind of dig this giant V-fin section here. Yeah, my fingers are too big. My hands are big in general, though. Yep, Jen's mom was on the phone with her right there. All right, so we've got the torso, we've got the head done. We are moving right along in this kit, and this is, guys, this is not a bad build so far. I'm actually kind of digging it. All right, so now we're going to start working on the right arm. So we're already 3 steps into this kit with 38 minutes, guys. That's not bad. Now, this is where it's going to probably take me a little longer. So I need to cut out A24, which is, we're starting on the arms here. So we're going to cut out that, and 26. And there we go. So I want to kind of keep all this. I want to keep this A runner here with me right now. Thank you. Jen's still on the phone. Tell mom I said hey. Tell your mama I said hey. And happy Mother's Day. My sweet mother-in-law. She cracks me up. All right, so there's that. A35. And there we go with that. All right, that A runner is not going to sit still. So I was going to try to hang it up so that it could, like, sit tight, because I know I'm going to be pulling on it quite a bit. All right, so this piece here, I need to make sure I look at this right. So from that angle, we're going to drop that down, and that's going to be kind of like your armor plating, your armor holder there for the arm. Everybody saying hey to mom. All right, so we're going to cut out part number 10 here. All right, and then I need C16 and C17. So let's go ahead and put that P runner back. And again, if we finish up early enough, I've got a 30-minute missions kit that I can tackle, and we'll do some lookovers of some kits out there for people that are looking to get started. If y'all have any questions about kits, let me know. C16. C17. And now we do more sticker work. Yay, stickers. This kit is sticker heavy, by the way, guys. There are a total of 26, it looks like 27 stickers on this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33 stickers total in this. Which I was about to put these away, and I need to not put these away. Let's see, we need stickers. So we're going to kind of repeat this process. It looks like we're going to be using a little bit of the stickers for now. I need to look and see how this is supposed to line up. That's going to be that side. So this side over here. Okay, so this side takes... How is that supposed to go? Okay, that sticker goes on. I'm looking at that right. That goes there. And then we need sticker 10. Let's go ahead and pull off sticker 8. We're going to need one of the sticker 8s here. No, I was trying to pull sticker 8 and there we go, sticker 8. Alright, so that's going to go on the... When looking at this part, it goes... Sticker 9. So we'll be repeating this sticker step, looks like. And usually when there's a lot of duplicate stickers, that's the case. Is you'll be kind of repeating your processes as you go through on, usually when it's a set of 2 parts. So i.e. a repeating step. So like we're repeating this step again with the left arm, most likely. You'll notice that sometimes they'll duplicate stickers versus labeling them a different number. There we go. Everybody's saying hey to everybody, and Jen's welcoming back. Jen's saying welcome back to Mega. We're at 14 likes. I see. It's either 14 or 15. It's always one behind for me. All right, so I need to look at this arm here, and we need to have it back like that. Okay, and then this is going to go. I don't think there's a set way for this to go. I think they kind of go either or. And then we're going to repeat that build step there. And then we'll... There we go. I got it that time. Then after that, we're going to take this piece right here and just slide that into place like that. So there we go. The upper shoulder is done. That's looking really nice now. We do get some extra detail pieces here. I got to clean up a little bit of that undergating that was left behind that I missed. A little bit of undergating. I noticed whenever I did my TikTok and YouTube short for because I always post the TikTok on YouTube shorts as well. I don't care. It is what it is. Jen says she sees 15, so we're halfway to our goal, guys. Thank y'all so much for that. I do appreciate that. Our goal is always 30 likes. So glad to have y'all here supporting. All right, so I need to cut out A31. We'll put our stickers right there. A31. And I have to be real careful not to cut off a piece here. So I'm going to just take the polycap or take the part off and line that up there. Now we need B31. And that would be B1 or B130. B130. Interesting design for a part here, and I feel like that's going to come into play here with like the way the armor is built around it. Let's go ahead and cut out B113 as well, and I was right in saying that was going to be B112. Knew I had a gut feeling about it. It seemed like it was going to be a design set up there. A120 and A28. All right, there we go. So we can go ahead and put that A runner back for now. If it'll sit, it will not sit like that. So we'll slide it back like this and see if that's, yep, that's it. Okay, there we go. So, all of that I just cut out, I have to remember how it goes. We're going to start with just like that. There we go. And then A1 or the A28 goes on here like so. So that kind of gives you that little nice, hosing look there. Alright, so we're going to take this and slide this into place. And now that adds in like a interesting design there. I find might be coming into play here soon. And then we need to take our hosing here again. And that's going to kind of secure that into place. But we need to, I imagine there's probably more to that step. Alright, so we're finished with the first page. First page is done. And again, not too many steps on this kit. Everything seems to be pretty cut and dry. We'll be rotating it here in a second to start working on the legs after we finish up the page here. All right, so now we're going to take what we've built here, and we're going to go to C13. And again, this kit has some interesting designs to it that seem to be a little bit different than what I'm used to, but not too terribly different to where I can't figure it out. It's not a crazy design, to say the least. But we're going to be putting all the detail pieces on here. I'll go ahead and move that C1 runner back so I can have room to work. So I'm going to break out another runner. But we're going to take out the arm. We're going to take the arm here. We're going to look at it real quick just to make sure everything's lined up correctly. And it is. So C13 will go on the back here and just kind of, well, let me see. I want to make sure it's going to secure. I don't want to break it. All right, so we're looking at it from here. And there. It goes in. And that kind of snugs that up a little bit and keeps that part from sliding loose, which is good. And now we're going to take our wrist armor here. And again, these IBO kits are made just like the mobile suits are. In a way, the way the mobile suits on this one are done is it's so neat in that I feel like I'm missing something here. Okay, we're looking at this. Long goes here, short goes in the back. There we go. Wait. Am I looking? Yeah, I'm looking at it wrong. Nope, that's actually right. There, that's better. So, in looking at it here, the long section goes to the back there. So I want to make sure I did that right. There isn't really a long... Oh, yeah, I see what they mean. There we go. That looks better. All right, so C113 needs to be cut out, and after that, that's the Right arm is done. Now we'll be working on the left arm. And this is just all armor that we're putting on it. And the cool thing about these about the Iron-Blooded Orphans mobile suits, the Gundams from that, is that they had a completely interchangeable armor system, a completely it didn't have set armor designs in the story, which I thought was really cool. Added to the customization of the suit itself. Like the suit itself was never one set design or anything like that. I have it on backwards. Okay, that makes sense there. There we go. Now that arm looks right. I was like, why does that not line up right? Make sure I got this armor on correct. Hey, Ricardo, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. Everybody saying hey to everybody. Thank y'all so much for being here. 16 likes. Thank y'all so much. I know it's going to be a slow night because it's Mother's Day. There's a lot of people out doing Mother's Day things. So y'all, no pressure there. Everybody have fun doing what you're doing. All right. So we're going to go ahead and cut out the hand here. And we get, I think, only one hand option for this. I don't think we get multiple hand options like you do with some other suits. Which is kind of a bummer because I do like the idea of having, multiple hands for posing. But unfortunately, we just get the one hand, which is the closed fist. But again, that's why I hope that Bandai eventually releases things like option sets for these kits, because I feel like they could really do with some option sets. It's not going to sit in the runner. There we go. And now we get C-124. That's cool. Glad to hear you're doing good. Doing fine there, Ricardo. All right, guys. So we are a little over halfway to our goal of 30 likes tonight. So if y'all haven't already, make sure y'all share the stream, get it out there. I'm trying some new things with promoting the stream, so we'll see if they actually work. If not, oh well, it's fine. We're here to have fun. Also, thank y'all so much for the 1,500, or the not 1,500. I wish it was 1,500, but the 1,250 in subs. I do appreciate the new subs that have popped in here. You guys are great, and I appreciate it. All right, Duff. No butter tonight. Oh, that's going to break everybody's heart, man. All right, so we got the arm done. Now we're going to work on the other side, which means I need to break out the A runner yet again. We're going to be using A, B, and C. Well, I mean, that's literally all the runners we have, A, B, and C, so makes sense. So we're going to use A25. Hey, Walt, how's it going? Tell the missus we say Happy Mother's Day as well. Thank you so much for being here, Walt. We appreciate you. How's everything going? All right. So this is the Hajiroboshi for everybody just tuning in. A really wicked design of a suit from the Mobile Suit Gundam UrDr Hunt, which is a really fantastic game set in the Iron-Blooded Orphans timeline. Which, just like anything, there are several different timelines depending on what depending on certain things. Like with Gundam Wing, that's in the After Colony timeline, which is a whole different time. They have alternate timelines for everything. You got G Gundam, which is in the Fighting Century. This takes place in a timeline where There's just so many different variances in the timelines. Universal Century is the most common one in the Gundam timelines, in which we have Mobile Suit Gundam, Gundam all the way up to like Hathaway. If you're ever curious, there's plenty of resources you can go out and find this stuff. I'm having reflux like crazy today. I didn't take my meds last night because I passed right out last night. Went right to sleep. All right, we need the C2 runner this time. First time breaking out the C2 runner. We're going to take out C27 and C29, or C26. C26 will be on that side, and C27 will be over here. And we'll hold on to C27 actually, because I'm going to start putting the stickers on it. And the design on this is actually fairly nice. Like I do feel like this is a little more techie and sci-fi compared to like some of the other ones were in this series. Has it gotten better? I might have to dive back into that. I might have to play that. We might have to rotate that here soon with something. Once I get Breath of the Wild done, and I will make the announcement that once it's done, Tears of the Kingdom will be the next game in that playthrough. I will be playing that. I'll also be playing Majora's Mask for a Let's Play as well. So stay tuned for that, guys. For those of you OGs who used to play Legends of Zelda back in the day, Majora's Mask was one of the more just different games compared to like the newer stuff that came out. I've also got it slated to do after I finish Tears of the Kingdom. I will be doing a lot of Legends of Zelda, guys, because that is one of my favorite series, and I'm actually getting a chance to play them. I've got Skyward Sword also set up to play this year, so after we beat that. But I will be taking minor breaks here and there to play some things like Evolution, and because I love Gundam Evolution. It's definitely a fun Overwatch clone, one of the best Overwatch clones I've seen yet, and gives you a ton of Gundam stuff. Now the unlockable suits, I haven't unlocked anything yet, and I know that you have to pay to unlock certain things, so that's kind of a bummer to me. I mean, I get it. Most things are doing that the paywall thing now, and Bandai knows a good thing when they see it, and they got to make money. They got to make money to keep their servers up, so understandable to charge for the game. And then I just remember back in the day when a game was made, the skins were unlockable through beating the game and doing things like that. So that's just me, though. That's just me living back my nostalgic days and knowing that the world of video games is no longer the same. All right, so we need the B2 runner this time. All right, there we go. So we got that. I would like to do one Sunday night where we do like a Gundam watch party and watch like an episode of a movie, or something similar to that. Watch like an episode of Iron-Blooded Orphans, or watch one of the movies, or just something like that. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe one Gunpla Hangar, instead of building, we'll do a watch party of like Mobile Suit Gundam Endless, Gundam Wing Endless Waltz. It's a bit of patience and a bit of just like finding my zen in it, and trying to build around it, because it is a really tedious thing to do, Ricardo. Like I will say this, it definitely gives you that moment of, come on, just go in nicely. But I don't mind doing the stickers. Like there are days that I really don't like doing them, and there are some stickers that make me kind of question my patience. but I've learned to. This is actually very therapeutic for me. I don't talk a lot about my personal life, but the past few years have been really rough on me mentally and emotionally, and this hobby, whether it be buying the kits or really kind of getting into the building of them, and that's why I love the fact that Jen is patient with me and understands that me buying these kits is therapeutic. Ooh, I think I cut into the kit a little bit. I did, but it's not enough to make it. I got a little too close to the part, but that's okay. That's why I'm so fortunate to have a wife that understands that this hobby is my therapy, because there's been a lot that I've had to deal with in such a short amount of time, and having to kind of take over and handle things when I wasn't quite emotionally ready to. It definitely has this definitely has helped me curb a lot of the negative energy that I could have had. Disney's still on the table, Jen. Like I can still we can still manage Disney. I just got to get in the pony that you want. I can't. Yeah, we're not getting a pony. There's going to have to be a lot of bribing to get a pony. All right, let's see here. All right. Sorry, guys. There we go. We got that part in place. It's looking good. Let's go ahead and get this together here. You get to have way too much fun. I don't want to hear about that. I am looking at some options, Jen, for Disney, so I'm gonna try. Let me just get some things taken care of first this month, and we'll go from there. Let me get some things taken care of, not just this month, but let me get the house finished first, and then we can start talking about Disney. Or we can talk about Disney while we work on the house. You gotta come up with something. Yeah, definitely, Ricardo. I can tell you right now, there's not many that can put up with my mental state some days. Not that I'm like really bad off or anything, but I'm very self-doubting, if that makes sense. Like, I doubt myself a lot. And she's literally grounded me a lot. She is pure awesomeness. She is. I do drive her crazy, but I mean, we're equal opportunity, crazy drivers. So, just when I think I'm done with a runner, I put it back, and then the next step is literally take a part off that runner. Barbataurus. I actually did buy her one of the like a model kit of a horse too. No, you're more than I. You're the best, Jen. Okay, so that needs to go there. There we go. I don't get why that makes a difference, but whatever, it does. I guess aesthetically it does. 128. Did I not put? Okay. Let me go back to the B1 runner because I forgot a step on the previous arm, so that's easy to fix. That's an easy fix there. Y'all can see the runner kind of bouncing around there. 7. And then while we're here, let me make sure I don't have anything that I need from that runner. I do not. We'll go ahead. Nice try. Runner just tried to dive off. Cut that hand free. And the only thing I don't like about this A runner is that it's got such a weird design that it doesn't really sit well in the runner stand. And I'll show y'all here in a minute after I get done cleaning this runner up. That doesn't count, Dave. It's the thought that counts. Yeah, is my gift not good enough, Jen? Is my gift and my love not good enough? All right, so we're going to go ahead and get that hand together there because I want to go ahead and get that put together as well. And I need, again, like I tell everybody, I get ahead of myself. I put the runner away. And as I put it away, I look back and see that I need it still. 13, there we go. All right, so let's go ahead and fix this issue that I had earlier that I totally neglected. And we're going to go ahead and take this piece here, and I need to look and see how it goes. Just like that. It's supposed to slide firmly, and then that part there is supposed to go out. Just like that. There we go. That makes a little more sense as to why that's like that. I love that arm. That arm design's really sick. But I had this piece here, and I was like, why is that exposed like that? Now I see why. All right, so now that we got that put together there, we're going to repeat the process here. So there we go. That goes there, and then that's going to kind of kick out that way. Yep, there we go. Slide this into place with the point. Yep, just like that. Yeah, just like that. There we go. And then now we can put the armor into place, the shoulder armor into place. I don't like how loose that is in there. That feels a little bit suspect to me, but I mean, it is what it is as long as the arm stays on. Not, I can always fatten up. I can always fatten that up with a little bit of. I can feel Jen's dirty look now. Like I need witness protection. Hey, Rolando, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here tonight, Rolando. Thank you so much for being here. Also, we are at 19 likes, guys. 11 likes away from the big 30 likes. Thank y'all so much for that. All right. So we got to get the arms in place here. And then we're going to start working on getting the head in place, which shouldn't be too hard to put on. There we go. Everything's in place, and that looks really good so far. The suit's not too terribly tiny, although it feels like it. But that's the first half done. So we'll set that right there for now. That'll be off to the side. Okay, I'll bring it over a little bit so y'all can still see it in action. I'll bring my mat. I got to level out my mat here because I noticed that's not quite even. There we go. Everybody saying hey to Rolando. Rolando, thank you for joining us tonight. We appreciate you, brother. Like I said, 19 likes so far. Thank y'all so much for that. You guys are awesome. I do appreciate the love and support. And now we start working on the legs. So we're going to start working on the right leg. Right leg is where we're going to start building from. We're going to go ahead and go to the A runner yet again. We're going A4. And A12. And again, we are super close to our 30 like goal, guys. So thank y'all so much for that. I do appreciate that. We also need A8 and A15. Break that free. Let's get A15 out. Clean cut. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna set this A runner. Let me see if I can clean up some of the excess here that's probably holding it from going into the runner stand. Perfect. There was just this little bit of plastic sitting on it. Now let me show y'all this runner real quick. It's such a weird design that nothing really sits perfectly in the runner stand. It's also super floppy, so it's not like, it's very thin, if that makes sense. So let's go ahead and get this thing put together here. There we go. We got that, and now we're going to take this piece here, and that's going to go like so. And then we'll take our piece here. If I can get it to work right. There we go. There we go. Done. All right, so now we're moving over to the next page here, which is going to be right here. We need A5. So we're mostly working with the A runner right now. And the reason why we work with that is because that is all interior framing with this suit. Again, these suits are mostly known for their frame. In fact, according to the lore of this series, there is 72 Gundam frames, and we've only seen a handful of them in the comics and the shows. We don't really get to see all 72. All 72 aren't really seen. We've seen several of them. They're all named after demons of the Ars Goetia. I think I'm saying that right. Ars Goetia. But it's a really cool concept about the suits, like how they were designed for this Calamity War that involved us versus machines, basically. In the lore of it, humanity had built these massive weapons of mass destruction known as mobile armors that were to help kind of alleviate the need for human soldiers. And in doing so, these mobile armors became really OP. Like, they decided that, in their programming, they decided that humanity was the issue. So they would eliminate all humanity to quickly solve the war. Well, that didn't go so well, and humanity fought and almost lost, and then mankind builds the Gundam frames, and there were 72 of them built, 72 of them fought, and they ended up taking down most of the mobile armors. So they hid the Gundams away, they buried the mobile armors that they defeated, and everything was kind of taken and hidden away from history. Certain families, there were like 7 families that had like their mobile armor still, or their mobile suits still. And so we get the families like we get some families that have them and pilot them. Like, for instance, McGillis Farid, who was the leader of the House Farid. He still had Gundam Bael, Bael. You know, we would say Bael, but you know, Bael. And he piloted that pretty well, as a matter of fact. But I mean, you know, we get to see some of these suits in action throughout the anime, and it's really cool. And you get to see them in the comics as well. This one is one of the few that's not named after one of the 72 Demons of Hell. Instead, it probably was, but they renamed it Hajiroboshi. I guess because it was kind of catchy and cool to name it that. I don't know. I don't know the whole lore behind the naming, and I need to do some research on the lore behind the naming. All right, so we're working on building the leg now, and this leg is very typical of your IBO legs. And the reason I say that is that we build the frame, we put the armor on it. 72. Doc Brown is building the 73rd. He's building the Gundam out of DeLoreans, because if you're not going to build a Gundam, why build it out with some style? That would be cool. That would be a cool design, like a DeLorean-based Gundam or the Time Machine-based Gundam. Dave, you might have to work on a kit bash there. Guys, I'm actually going to be working on a kit bash here soon. I need to get a few things together for it. I've got all the parts I need. I just need to get the paints. Once I do, I'm going to be doing a kit bash based on one of my favorite characters of the great anime My Hero Academia. I want to see how well this is going to work out too. I got the idea for it from building the Yagdoga. Ricardo, I really got into that. I really got into the lore of that one, and I really enjoyed reading the lore of it. I did a lot of research after I watched the anime just to see if there were any more suits that ever got mentioned, and sadly there weren't. They really didn't bring out a whole lot of them. They talked about them a lot in the anime, about the 72 and how they, you know, handled the Calamity War. But they never really kind of touched base on them, and I feel like that would have been great to see, like, some like prehistory, like some of the pre-battle stuff, and see these suits in action. All right, so first step we need to do here is I need to get this in place. Got to see how this is supposed to go. Okay, it's supposed to go. Okay, I see. The way it's showing me is lines up into that. Okay. And now we take this piece of armor here, and I've got to make sure I'm lining this up right, because there's a one and done kind of deal with this here to the way it's supposed to go. Like, I really got into the lore of that, and I thought it was really cool just how they kind of touched base on it. There we go. Nope, that's not right. Something's not right there. Imagine Gundam in the past taking on a kaiju in feudal Japan or dragons in medieval England. Write it out, Dave. Do it. Hey, Marcus, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Also, guys, we are now sitting at 19 likes, guys. 19 likes. So we're just needing 12 likes or 11 likes to get to the big 30 likes. So thank y'all so much for your support. All right, I got to see how this is supposed to go because I'm running into an issue here. I don't know whether I need to... okay. Need to straighten that leg out now. That's why it's not lining up. Didn't see... Yep. Totally didn't see that I was supposed to do that before I did this, and now I'm paying for it. This goes kind of right through here. Almost. There we go. I got it lined up now. I think. I don't feel like that's right. There we go. I think that's right now. I think it's in place now. There we go. And now we need to go ahead and just cut out C18. And that should connect everything together, and everything should look smooth now. Because what we're building is, we're basically, like I said, we're building the leg here, and this has got a lot of detail work in it. A lot of moving parts as well, looks like. Okay. Let's clean up that little bit of undergating, so that will hold it up. There we go. Carnage, how goes it, brother? Hope you're doing well. Also, make sure y'all smash that like button, guys. Let's see if we can hit that 30 likes tonight. It's my goal, as always, to hit that 30 likes. See, did that even line up? I don't think that lined up. Yeah, it did. It's going in. There we go. There we go. That looks really good. All right, we've got our brother who builds the dioramas, the supreme builder himself, the man who's made many forests and butters trees the best. Stuffman Diorama. Stuffman, how's it going?
Hang on a minute.
You're good, brother. Take your time. There we go. We just hit 20 likes. Thank you, Dave. Ricardo's getting a cheers from Carnage. Glad to have everybody here. You're streaming now, too? Okay. That's fun, Marcus. What you streaming tonight? I imagine you... I don't know if you can hear me or not if you're streaming right now, but... All right. Did I put that... I think I put that in right. That might be why that didn't look... Yep, I think I got that backwards. Oh, no, I'm holding the part upside down. That's why that didn't look right in the picture. All right, there we go. I got that right now. Yeah, we're good. We're good. No worries. All right. So C11. Madden 22, nice. 21 likes. There we go. Thank you so much, everybody. Madden 22, nice. I need to play some Madden. I hadn't played Madden in forever. I'm still waiting for them to bring back college football. When they do that, I'll probably play that a lot. Who knows? I might even stream some college football when they bring it back. Because as much as I like I love the sport of football. Pro football really has never been my go-to. Like I don't know. I never really got into it much, and that's just kind of normal for where I live. I miss the NCAA games as well. Carnage. They were such great games. All right, so we got the knee piece here that we're putting together. There we go. And that armor is sick armor on this suit, guys. I feel like this suit's probably got some of the best armor in game. Wow, the white balance really kind of got messed up there, didn't it? See if I can bring it up there so it'll... There we go. Look at that, guys. All right, so our first leg is done. For the most part, all I got to do now is build the angle. Duff, what we working on tonight?
Oh man, having headphone problems.
Uh-oh.
Sorry about that. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I got these stupid earbuds. I don't know how well they're gonna work. And I always get crappy feedback from them.
Yeah, I know the feeling, brother. Sometimes it's just where the port's plugged in, or if you got like the power going into it. It does it with my PlayStation all the time. When I use a wired headset, for some odd reason they just do not get well. They do not go along well. That's the way that needs to go.
Well, as you can see, I got a forest here.
Yeah, that is a huge forest stuff. You might need to ship that by freight.
I'm probably gonna have to on a skid, no doubt. I'm waiting on Ruben to send this dinosaur so I know how big to make his base.
Yeah. By the way, I'm laughing here because Carnage said he recently watched the Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey movie, and he said it wasn't bad. I'll have to check that out. I need to check that out. Yeah, be careful there, Ricardo. If the weather's getting bad, I'd be safe.
Got enough trees here to choke a horse.
So what you're saying is you got enough trees there to completely celebrate Arbor Day?
I just finished these two yesterday. See, the problem I'm running into is these branches that I ordered. I only got so many of them for $50. I don't want to make exactly the same trees for everything, so I'm having to work other ways around it. Like this tree here I made, these limbs were just made with aluminum foil. They're sturdy. Once you put that Mod Podge with that toilet paper on there, it's like a paper mache almost.
Yeah. Carnage just gave you a cheers there.
What's up, Carnage? Got all kinds of greenery. Picked up some palm leaves at the Dollar Tree the other day.
Oh, those are going to be cool. I can't wait to see those that get put to use.
I want to make a bunch of smaller trees like this.
Yeah.
It'll be a little bit bigger than this one. It's just a test, but basically got to take this greenery that I got right here.
Yeah.
Pull it off and melt each little piece to the limb to get it to look like that.
Huh. Okay.
I got so many ideas and so much crap.
Everybody saying, hey, Cat, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a great Mother's Day, too.
Hey, Cat. Yeah, happy Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers. I haven't celebrated a Mother's Day in 15 years. My mom's been gone.
Yeah, it's been about 4 or 5 for me now. Hard to believe. I just got my new job. I was just moving into that, and I got the call. I got the call that night. She was gone.
Me and my mom was not on speaking terms for almost a year before she died, so it's kind of upsetting, but her own fault.
You know, sometimes I don't get how parents can do that, but at the same time.
All right, I lied. I got the butter bowl, okay?
You got the butter bowl ready? Awesome. Awesome. How many trees we gonna butter tonight there, Duff?
Not as many. I'm not painting nothing, so I think I might try to add some of this flock, and then I got so much greenery. I mean, I got bags upon bags of. It's gonna look like a forest when I'm done, no doubt.
There's a weird ball joint on this ankle. I'm wondering if we're going to have some like weird ankle armor. This kit's a little bit different than what I'm used to with the IBO kits, so that's, like I said, the designs on this one's a little different. That goes like that. Duff, you still with us? Make sure I'm not losing service here myself. All right. There we go. All right, so I got this put together here.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. It looked like we kind of lost you there for a second.
Yeah, my phone went black. I don't know why.
Huh. Okay, I see what I needed to do. I should have done this before. Okay, let's slide that forward. And then slide this into place here. That's a really armor on this. That's just, it's so different looking. All right, now I need to cut out B17. Ooh, and get a little bit of yellow contrast on the foot there. That's interesting. Normally we don't get like a change in contrast from red and white and gray.
I could buy this stuff by the gallon and still run out.
Mod Podge. I was watching someone. I watched. Jen's got me watching this fella named Jazza on YouTube. He's an Australian creator.
Yeah, I watched Jazza.
Yeah,
He's a good artist.
Oh yeah, he is. I was watching him make some scenes for his D&D campaigns that he does.
Yes.
And he was using Mod Podge to help kind of like make water for the for this one area. I thought that was really cool.
A lot of people do that.
Yeah. I thought it was just... a
lot of people pour resin and they'll use the Mod Podge to make like waves on top of the water. I've done it.
Yeah.
Mod Podge is used for a lot.
Yeah. I seeing how much it's used for now, I mean, it just amazes me.
And truly, you know, it's about like Elmer's glue.
Yeah.
There's not much difference.
The only difference is I think it goes on clear, doesn't it?
It dries clear, but it's white.
It dries clear. Yeah, it starts off white, but it dries clear.
Same thing as Elmer's glue.
I'd never thought about that.
If I run out of this, I got huge bottles of Elmer's glue that I use.
I love this. Jen was talking about how humble and all that Jazza is, and see that's the way I hope I come off. I hope I come off as humble. So I don't ever want to be like I don't want to be like most of the other gamer bros out there that just feel like they're total, D-bags to their fans. You know, I don't.
You gotta realize with his channel though, he has so many. I mean, he's got millions of subscribers.
Yeah.
And he owns a whole art studio and has like 25, 30 people helping him with his channel. It's not just him.
Yeah. But I mean, I hope that, you know, even with his personality, you know, I hope that my personality kind of, you know, rings in about the same, you know. Like
Right.
it everybody feels, and I hear y'all all the time tell me how, you know, how y'all enjoy my company and all that, which makes me feel warm and fuzzy on the inside, to be honest. I feel like that needs to be tilted that way, but it doesn't really necessarily show that like that. All right, so we got the first leg done. I'm trucking along on this kit. This is probably gonna be a 2 hour, a little under like a 2.5 hour build. So I'll probably do a 30-minute missions kit to finish off at 11.
All I'm getting at is what you see on his channel, not everything he does.
Yeah.
Not saying that he can't do it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, he's got help to help him with a lot of
he relies on his workers to do a bunch too.
Welcome back, Marcus. How are you?
Which I could understand if your channel gets that big, you know.
Yeah, if it ever gets that big, like I said, I hope for one that I never.
He's got to the point now where even his workers are starting channels. They got so much content to put out.
Yeah. I've been enjoying his tabletop campaign, his tabletop stuff as well, because like I'm big into that stuff, and I want to do another tabletop.
That was
campaign.
one of the new channels they just started.
Yeah. Like Jen got me kind of watching a little bit of that, so I watched a little bit here and there last night with her, and watching him build that giant, like watching his team build that giant, you know, play table that they have. Complete.
Plus his warehouse is massive, so he's got all the room in the world that he needs to do anything.
Yeah, definitely.
I'd say he's almost up there with like the Mr. Beast of YouTube. He makes millions off YouTube probably.
Yeah.
I mean, he has to. Plus he sells his art packs. And
the only thing about Mr. Beast that I don't know, there's something about him that just feels, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like he can be a genuine guy, and other times I feel like he just
I get
does
the same feeling.
Like a lot of times, I feel like he's doing it for clout. I mean, I'm not trying to speak negative of him, but you know, when we were doing the thing for UDuff, I didn't do that and film it to make it feel like it was, you know, like, oh, look at me, I'm doing something nice. I genuinely wanted to help you. Oh. Definitely, Jen, and that's one thing I do like about Jazza, and I think Duff froze up again. Oh, I can tell I didn't take my antacid last night. Starting to hurt.
I don't know why my phone keeps doing that.
Could be overheating, or you could have something running in the background that's slowing you down a little bit.
Probably because I got those stupid earbuds plugged into it.
Yeah, it depends. Sometimes it'll. I know with you have a Bluetooth headset normally, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of times that'll keep it awake because the Bluetooth does its
You know what? I'm glad you said that because I was trying to use I charged that Bluetooth headset, tried to use them, but I forgot I left the Bluetooth turned on. Try turning that off.
Yeah, I've got a nice little Bluetooth headset that I mostly use. Hey, Justin, how's it going? Welcome to the stream, brother. Hope you're doing well. How's flight school coming along?
That was something I wanted to do, is get my pilot's license. Just after working for Delta for 4 years and seeing all the horror that I saw.
Trying to figure out where to travel next, Justin?
Can't bring myself to get in a plane.
See, I don't mind flying. It's not a, I don't know. For me, it was always kind of, at first I was a little nervous about it, but anymore I've been like, it's been okay with me. It helps. I actually sleep most of my long flights that I've been on.
It's not so much the flying part of it that bothers me. It's the maintenance of the aircraft.
Yeah.
If you've seen what goes on out there on the ramp for Delta, I promise you would never, ever, ever fly on a commercial Delta airline. Ever.
A lot of cutting corners, huh?
I've just seen so much horror stuff that I can't even fathom getting on a plane.
Trying to get a loan for flight school. I'm trying to figure who you could go through to do that. And I know some banks will do that, but I know it's very few that will actually support like education loans anymore. You're still there. You should fly further south. Charleston. All right. Let's see here. I got to try to get this leg armor on. I think I got the leg kicked up a little too far. That might be why I'm having some issues there. All right. Let's see.
Okay, like I watched them one time bring a Boeing 747, which is a decent sized plane, holds hundreds of people. And I got a report on the JFAX when the flight was coming in into Cincinnati.
Yeah.
It said that the underneath of the wing had fell off in flight.
Oh, that's crazy.
Okay, just like any Delta flight that came in, they wanted to, as soon as the plane hit the tarmac, they wanted to load it back up and leave. They didn't give you time to service the plane, do anything to the planes, put pops on the plane, food on the plane, anything like that. And they took them 247 people or however many people that thing held off the plane, put 247 more people back on it 10 minutes later, and flew it down to Florida to fix it. Now you tell me how those 247 people that got on that plane, if they'd known the underneath of the wing of that plane had fell off in flight,
I wouldn't have got on it.
Would they have got on that plane? Hell no, they wouldn't have.
Yeah, I wouldn't have got on it.
Ain't no way. And it's just the little things like that that you don't know about.
Yeah.
I've seen people I worked with. I didn't see them actually do it, but I mean, they told me how they had hit the plane with their truck and never reported it or anything. And just the stuff like that's what scares me.
Yeah.
Could just be a Delta thing, but I'm pretty sure all airlines hire idiots.
The Carolinas are kind of fun. You can ask this man right here, Sleeping Collectibles. He's been there a couple of times. How's it going, Sleeping? No, I'm no magic. I'm just little old me. Justin said there's a lot of things that are big problems but are still flyable. I saw a video one time. I can't remember what it was, but like something had happened with a plane, and it shouldn't have flown, but it did fly.
See, a lot of people don't realize you can cut the outside casing of a plane with an ordinary pair of scissors.
Yeah.
Any plane. And it don't take much to put a hole in the plane.
Yeah, I know that the outside casing is pretty much made of a very lightweight material.
And I couldn't tell you how many times I watched Delta maintenance man cover a hole on a plane with metallized duct tape to fly it down to Florida or somewhere else to be repaired.
Yeah.
Instead of repairing it before you fly the thing, it's like, oh no, we got to send it down here to get repaired. We don't want to repair it here. Seen
It's
a lot
crazy that
worse.
Florida was the place for repairs.
One day I come like so close to getting on Air Force One.
Really?
I got to the bottom of the stairs and Secret Service stopped me. I was trying.
I mean, technically, you're out of flight on there.
I don't think so.
If you think about it, Duff, you're technically out of flight on there, what with your taxes and all.
Right?
At least that's Jen's argument for it. She's like, consider we pay taxes for so much stuff. We should technically be owed a flight on Air Force One. I was like, I don't disagree. But I don't necessarily know I would want to be on Air Force One. Oh, come on. How's that supposed to go? All right, let me look at this again because I don't think I'm doing something right here. We love you too, Sleeping. We love you too, brother. I'm just having fun watching us. Thank you, Marcus, and hopefully you build a good team with the Lions there. Thank you, Duffman, for convincing me never to fly. You work at a hub, so they do repairs there. Nice, Justin. Yep, it's not so bad. Literally, the flight's not the worst part. And I think we lost Duffman again. I think he's having some. He said he was having some technical issues tonight with his phone, but we should be getting him back here shortly. There's that. Once I line that up, this should be part number 8. There we go.
This phone, man.
We got you back, Duff.
And like back when I worked for Delta, probably 80% of their fleet was over 50, 60 years old.
Yeah.
And they just keep repainting the planes, and you don't realize, like, every time one of them big planes hits the ground, they put 150 to 200 quarts of oil in it. Every time it hits the ground. I just seen a lot of crap.
Really, Justin, I've always been a little bit intimidated by like the idea of being a pilot. Now, when I was a kid, when I was younger, I wanted to go in the Air Force. That was my thing. I always wanted to go in the Air Force, not to be a pilot, but to like do the work and stuff like that. I even thought about like, what positions I'd be good at, like mechanic or doing something with the tech and stuff like that. Andy, how's it going? Welcome to the stream, man. It was Duff. It was Delta. They took out Duff's cam for talking.
Probably.
I bet, Ricardo. I've always wanted to fly on a helicopter. I had several options to do so when I worked for the hospital I worked at. They used to do like the pilots would go out and like do like a you pay a little money and get on the you can go test ride the helicopter when they were first like demoing it. You could take like a little test flight around the hospital. I never had the money to do it. And that way they could, pay for their fuel and stuff like that, because they were based out of our airport that we have here in our area. It's a small little commercial airport, but it's not like it's like a municipal airport more than a commercial one.
Now, I'd be more apt to fly on like a private plane as to big commercial plane.
Andy, I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Let's see. Justin said being a pilot is all autopilot. You do takeoff and land. Other than that, you can only fly if there's a problem or extreme turbulence. True.
Oh yeah, I mean, I find it fascinating, but like I said, they let anybody work around them planes.
Yeah.
Like when them planes come into the terminal, there's no maintenance men around the thing. Got your wing walkers and your cargo people and your food processing people, cabin service. I watched Delta had a Mad Dog 88. I watched this old lady. I was servicing the plane.
Yeah.
She was probably about 90 years old, and this plane has the way we service the planes. There was a stairs at the back of the plane.
Yeah.
And she seen him out there like manhandling her luggage, and she had a conniption fit.
I bet.
And decided she was going to go out there and cuss some people out, which she did. But as she was walking back up the stairs of the plane, there's a ripcord going up the aft of that plane. Like passengers ain't supposed to be back there and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
She pulled this ripcord to get up the stairs, and the whole tail cone of that plane literally fell off the plane right behind her.
Lord.
Security could be a lot better is all I'm saying. When I worked there, they had that troubleshooter, Howard Ames, that worked for one of the news companies. Got hired under a false background check, a false identity, took one of them little igloo coolers with a camera in it. He walked into the plant, out on a truck, drove from the truck out to a plane, walked up on a plane, slid that cooler right under a seat on the plane.
Oh, that's crazy.
The next day, all hell broke loose. It wasn't no more swipe your badge and punch in a 5-digit code and you was out on the ramp. You had to punch your code, swipe your badge, and you had to get wanded, and you had to walk through a metal detector and a turnstile, and then you get wanded again, and swipe your car and walk through another turnstile, and that was just to get out to your truck.
Jesus.
Then they found the people up in the office embezzling $200,000. It was just crazy.
Man, it sounds like that was a crazy time, man.
It was probably the funnest job I ever had.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna tell you the crazy shit we did out on the ramp. I mean, but you wouldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Because when you work for the airport, you work under what's called the Railroad Act.
Yeah.
Basically, it's like if you say you're a conductor of a train that's going from Florence or Ohio to California, you can't just get off in the middle somewhere, say in Kansas, and say, well, my shift's over, I'm out of here. You have to finish out your route. So if we was scheduled to service a plane, and the plane's scheduled, say, at 3 o'clock, and it's 3 hours behind, you had to stay and service that plane because you was scheduled to service it. So there'd be times we'd be sitting there for 3.5, 4 hours waiting on planes because.
Uh-oh, he froze up again. Justin said, I work on those planes that happened to me. You're not dumb, Justin. I've heard you talk, man. You're actually really intelligent, man. Hueys have 5-point restraint system. Once you're strapped in, you aren't going anywhere. Okay. The doors.
Now this phone's really making me mad.
I know, Duff. I know. I saw you freeze up. I was like, well.
Well, it's not freezing up. It's my. It's like, okay, nobody's talking on the phone, so the phone just goes black. But yet I'm on the stream, so
that's odd.
It don't make no sense. But as I was saying, how you work under the Railroad Act, if you scheduled to a plane and that plane was running 3.5 hours late because of bad weather, you had to sit there and wait on that plane to service it. You couldn't leave. You couldn't just say, oh, well, my shift's over, I'm going home. And when they sit there and tell you it's going to be 4 hours late, hell, we go up in the damn terminal with thoroughbreds and get drunk.
Yeah.
I drove one of them 7-ton lift trucks.
Yeah.
We was the ones that put the metal liquor kits on the plane.
Yeah.
The metal liquor kit was it's like a metal suitcase, It held 82 of them little minis.
Yeah.
When I go to fuel my truck up over there by the hangar, we'd sit there and we'd throw them cases over that 15-foot fence to the outside of the airport, come back and get them that night and take them to the hotel room down the street and have a hotel party with a bathtub and a sink full of minis. I was bad, man. That was right out of high school back in probably 94, 95.
Okay.
Long time ago.
Still sounds like you were having a good little run.
Like I said, it was pretty bad. I was a bad kid.
Hey, Ghost, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for watching tonight. Also, guys, we were at 23 likes, so we were just 7 likes away from that goal, guys. 7 likes away. You guys are phenomenal. I do appreciate everybody's support here. I got to get rid of these sulfur burps that I've been having.
And TikTok loops are dangerous, ain't they, Ghost?
Yeah, they are. Might have been pretty crazy lately. Like, I'll be sitting there watching, like, it goes Gundam, 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 video game, and all of a sudden it goes lady who's almost naked dancing around to music that has no rhythm to it. And it's usually she's doing it live, and I'm like, wait, come on, TikTok. How are you not catching that, but you're catching, grandma dropping an F-bomb?
I don't necessarily per se have TikTok, but even if you watch like the shorts on YouTube and the reels on Instagram, they're all from TikTok. So
yeah, I mean that's where most of my shorts are coming from. Aside from like the one where I accidentally killed Dave with a tree on Valheim. I got my track bag a little bit more front and center there because I had to stand up just to toss out a runner there. That's something that's been talked about a lot is Dave's misfortunate accident in that first Valheim episode, where he was just minding his own business and a tree just came out of nowhere and got him, and it pointed a branch at me. It was like KBG did it. Berserker still laughs at that thing.
It was hilarious when it happened.
Oh God! Like all of a sudden I see the tree fall down and I hear Dave. Well, I'm dead. Accidentally, my foot. Dave. Oh, Dave. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
He texted me right before that, Dave, said he was doing it. So watch this.
All right.
Hey, at least that shows how realistic the game is, because
yeah,
if a tree really did fall on you, you're going to die. I don't care who you are, how big or how strong you are. Trees are heavy.
Yeah.
Till you've actually had to cut one down and cut it up and carry it off.
Yeah.
You don't really know how heavy it is. I'm telling you right now, it's heavy.
Toys, Lego, Star Wars, hot Star Wars, girl, hot Star Wars, girl, hot Star Wars, girl, puppy, kitty, cheerleader. Yeah, Ghost, that sounds about right. Just stay away from Aaron if he has tools. She knows. We worked on the house this weekend. I had like a massive migraine while we were working on it too, so I was useless. Get some extra.
What all you got to do to the house?
So, Duff, right now, what we've been working on is like rebuilding the entire like living room floor. Like it had no structure underneath it other than like just the joists.
All right.
We gotta rebuild that. We gotta rebuild the bathroom because the bathroom's got a rotten floor. And we're going to expand it out as well. I've got to go back. I got to go do some roof work now. I saw we've had a leak that we didn't notice until the other day when we were in there in the rain. And me and Jen happened to look, and we saw it, and I said, "Oh, that's a leak." So we put a bucket down, and we came back like a couple of weeks later. I gotta look in the bucket just to see how much water we caught, and there were 5 floating rats in the bottom, or 5 floating field mice in the bottom of it. I was like, well, we got a mouse problem.
This ain't the house you live in, is it?
No. This is the house we're working on, the farmhouse that we're working on. Funny thing is, you hate roller coasters, Ricardo, but you rode that helicopter. All right. See, I love roller coasters. I don't know why, but I just get that. I enjoy the thrill, which is weird because I don't normally enjoy thrills.
I used to when I was younger, but now that I got all my health issues and back problems and stuff, it just hurt me too bad.
Yeah. I will say now that I got a messed up shoulder, like I don't know how I can safely do it without like it's. So I ruined my shoulder years ago trying to play cowboy and work with a horse, and yeah, my arm got wrapped up in the rope, and that horse reared, and I had to just go with it once my arm was wrapped up. But as it pulled me, I felt my shoulder, like it felt free. It felt kind of like weak afterwards. I didn't think nothing of it. I mean, the pain, the adrenaline rush was still there. So about an hour later, I went home and worked on chopping some wood. And when I went to go lift up the axe, I was sitting there chopping a piece, and I lifted it up again. And next thing I know, my arm rotated all the way around. And I was like, "Oh, nope, that's not supposed to do that."
I don't have to do anything. I'd be sitting right here and hurting. I could imagine getting on a roller coaster. Oh man.
Let's see how this is supposed to go.
Arthur ain't no fun.
No, it ain't.
They want to replace both my knees, both my hips. I'm like, yeah, y'all ain't doing all that.
No, at that point,
they're like, well, why not? I said, okay, let's put it this way. You replace my hips, you replace my knees, you replace my shoulders. What about my back? Surgeon done said there's nothing he could do to my back. He would just paralyze me trying. So that's what keeps me in the position I am in, is my back.
Yeah.
You don't realize how much your back affects your legs. Like my last day of work, I couldn't lift my own leg, man.
That's rough, man. That's rough, Duff.
I had to have my buddy come out and help me get in my truck, lift my leg up in my truck. I kept going to the hospital with my leg hurting so bad. You ain't never been in pain so bad you want to blow your brains out. You ain't really been in pain. I mean, yeah. I hurt that bad. I was like, man, y'all got to do something. Hospital finally got to the point where they're like, well, you can't come back here for this no more, sir. I'm like, what do you mean?
Yeah, they started
like, what am I supposed to do? It's my leg.
Yeah.
And all they kept screaming, it's coming from your back, sir. It's coming from your back. I go see a pain specialist for my back, a spine specialist, what they call it, but
yeah.
Go see him. Oh, I don't see nothing wrong with it. What do you mean? Go back to work. I made it for a half a day at work, and they literally had to call the ambulance. I was in so much pain I couldn't move. I finally got into a pain doctor, and they started shooting them injections in my back. They're like, oh, it'll take probably 7 to 8 months of these injections to where you'll be able to lift your leg again. And they was right. Took about that many injections, and I finally got to where I could lift my leg again. But all I can do is keep getting injections in my back and RFAs on my back, and they want to do them every 6 months and every other month. And they can't actually physically go in there and fix my back, so what's the sense of getting my knees and my hips redone? And that's a lot of surgery to go through. Surgeries suck. I hate surgery.
Yeah, I've had, knock on wood, I haven't had many surgeries. I've had one ingrown toenail removal, which they had to sedate me for because I was young. And the other one was my gallbladder to be taken out, which again, another sedation.
Yeah, I had my gallbladder taken out.
Yeah, having the gallbladder out was a godsend because like that first day, like, it was weird. Like I was the youngest person to have it out at the time in my area.
I thought I was having a heart attack. I was having gallbladder attacks.
Yeah, that was my issue. Is like I was in so much pain that I got it. So I woke up that morning and I was getting ready to go back to college, and I had just eaten like a ton of oysters the night before, like 2 bushels by myself. Let's see. Ricardo said my dad was a Vietnam vet, did 3 tours in Nam. He would tell stories of going into combat on the Hueys. It's really awesome there, Ricardo. I enjoy stories like that. Hey, Mirage. We're having a good time, man.
What's up, Mirage?
After 3 years of weight loss surgery, and the surgeon and specialist still can't figure out why Dave said why his wife has side pain. But one of the things that I got there, and I woke up that morning and passed out from the pain. Like I was one of those that I can usually handle pain, but I was, like I said, I was laid out on the ground, and my mom walked in. She freaked out. She came and got my dad, who was sick at the time, and he was like, "Nope, we're taking him to the hospital." So they got me to the hospital, and I'll go in there, and the ER doctor walks in, and he was this pompous jerk. When I started working at the hospital, he was just on his way out because he kept like harassing staff, like yelling at him and screaming at him. He was one of those that thought he was house. But in all honesty, he was like just another arrogant man who got into the business for the wrong reasons. But no, I was laid out sick as a dog. The doctor comes in, he looks at my mom and goes, "Yeah, his problem is he's just constipated. That's his issue." My mom goes, "No." And I looked at him and I said, "No, doc, you're the one that's full of it."
That's the problem with doctors nowadays. They're in it for the wrong reason. Most of them's in it for the money.
Yeah. And this
they
guy was one of those that was
care less about how the patient is.
Yeah. And I will say, at the time after that one left, and after a few others had left from that area, they really turned that emergency room around a little bit. But
it's funny you said your doctor was like house.
Yeah.
Well, that's how this back specialist I was seeing 2 years ago was too, and he just brought up with 8 federal charges and stuff. He was having the girls that worked for him, he'd write them scripts, and he was having them go and get the pills and bring them back to him. And I got screwed in the long run. I mean, I ain't been able to see a pain specialist since, because every time I try to get in one, I get blamed like I was in cahoots with this guy or something. I didn't even know the guy.
Yeah.
I went in there every month and he stuck needles in my back, but other than that, it wasn't like I was hanging out at the yacht club with him or some crap,
Yeah. Also, looks like we lost lost a like there. We're at 22 likes now. We were at 23, so 8 to go, guys. 8 to go.
That was probably Delta 2.
Yeah, probably Delta. I
feel like after this amount of time I can talk about it, but I know I'll never work for him again. It probably's changed now. I mean,
yeah,
I could be wrong, but
someone said damn tree. Dave said damn tree haters.
Exactly.
All right, so we got the.
It is Mother's Day too, so.
Yeah, I didn't foresee this one being a very like busy stream just because it was Mother's Day, you know. Wow, I don't like how that hip is leaning a little.
Technically, I don't know what you'd be doing for Mother's Day this late, but
I know there's not a lot I'm gonna be doing for Mother's Day. Already, shot my grandma a message today. She had a lot of company today, so I didn't get a chance to call her, but I did wish her a happy Mother's Day. And my dad's mom, we don't talk a whole lot, so that's the one that told me that if I didn't, get back in church, that I'd never see my mom and dad again. And that's when I finally said, I didn't know Jesus held hostages.
right?
They didn't like that one too much. They didn't think that joke was funny. I thought it was hilarious.
Funny to me.
Yeah. That's what happens. When your grandson's a comedian. You don't got to watch for those shots getting fired.
That's just one of them things you can't force on somebody. You can't.
Yeah, and
can't force religion on nobody.
That's the thing is, my grandparents believe that. That set of grandparents believe that that if you speak about it loud enough, eventually, or if you speak about it loud enough and often, you'll get that conversion. And that's what I told them. I was like, I appreciate your faith in things, but telling me, hey, if I don't go to your church on your days, then I'll never see mom and dad again. And this is when I was working at the hospital. So, I was like, and I told them, I was like, I work Sundays. Well, you can find a church that goes on Wednesdays. I was like, I work Wednesdays.
My thing is, wasn't that up to your mom and dad?
Yeah. My parents, so my mom continued to go, but my dad stopped going just because he couldn't sit in the church. Like, he was so sick that he literally had the heart of a 98-year-old man at the age of 46. Maybe a little younger, maybe a little bit younger than that. But his cardiologist looked at him and said, there's no way you'll be able to fully function at this rate. He said, your heart's done. It's tapped. We're glad to have you here tonight, Mirage. I'm trying to click on Mirage's name and I can't click on it. Everybody's just chilling tonight. Thank y'all so much for all your support. That's the kind of almost.
Think I can Mod Podge my phone on?
You might be able to, Duff. You might be able to.
Always something.
But yeah, Dave, I'll tell you right now, like, I ran into them not too long ago in one of our local stores, and I was just as nice and civil and all that, and we had a good time talking to each other. But my grandma said, it's been a couple of years since we seen you. And I wonder why. I was and I was nice about it. I said, yeah, well, it goes, visitation goes both ways. Which my mom's mom, like, we live next door to her, and I'll tell you right now, she's been such a big support to me for as long as I can remember. Like, she's always been positive.
I'm the type I'm fine with it. I'm the type where I'm fine. You believe what you want to believe. Just don't preach to me and tell me what to believe.
Yeah. And
let me believe what I want to believe.
And see, that's my dad's mom. My dad's mom is the one that's like so heavy involved in religious thought and all that, and I'm not anymore. It's like I told someone not.
My church growing up, you go to church, they hi, nice to meet you. Here, put your wallet in here.
Yeah. I gotta say that the church that my mom's mom goes to is a lot different than that. Like, they don't, like, force it upon you. You know, if you can do it, that's fine. If not, they'll come up and ask you at some point. You know, hey, do you need help with anything? You know, they were some of the first people that when my dad really got sick, the preacher, and he ended up marrying. He was the one that ended up doing the marriage ceremony for me and Jen, along with my uncle, my dad's brother. They did the marriage ceremony, and but the preacher that did the preacher that ran that church, he said, you know, he came in and he was like, you know, whatever y'all need, y'all just reach out to us, and we'll be glad to see what we can do to help you. You know, and he said if y'all need me to stop, and I mean, he would stop by quite often. It was really nice. Like, it was a great experience, and that was my first thought of, okay, you know, not all churches are bad, because, you know, I've had some that were hellfire and brimstone and make you feel like, God, this isn't what I'm looking for in life, you know?
I grew up in the church. My mom worked for the church
Yeah.
my whole life, so the whole time I was young, that's where I was at, was in the church.
Yeah.
But once it got to where the older crowd wasn't there and there was a new preacher and all new people, it was like
It didn't
they got away from teaching the word of Christ and just how much money can we spend, you know?
Yeah.
They're not giving us enough money.
That's the problem with some nowadays. It's all about the money and not about the, you know, what it was meant for.
Which I can understand it takes money to run the church, but
it doesn't take $1 million though.
Exactly. They want all your money.
Yeah, and I've found some churches that are like that, and I'll be the first one to say, you know, hey, you know, this isn't exactly what was.
That's what made me get away from the church. I was like,
yeah. Like, there's a small, I'll say small, but it's like one of those new hip trendy churches that's in the area, and they do the whole, like, you know, giant projector screens and all that jazz, and I hear them all the time talking about, you know, money this and money that, and you see them all the time having like things for, you know, like having sales out in the parking lot and all that, and, you know, community like drives and all that to raise money for the church. And my first thought is, wasn't there a certain story in the Bible where Jesus went into the temple and turned the tables over because they were trying to raise money? They were using it as a bazaar.
yeah.
And when I brought that up to someone before, they were like, "Yeah, but this is different." I was like, yeah, "How is it different? You're still using a ooh. What is that? Okay, my UEFI just... Okay, that was odd.
Damn it.
My secure boot just kicked in. And I was like, why are you doing that? I don't know. Let's make sure we ain't got nothing odd happening here.
My phone is possessed.
Yeah, my computer might be possessed as well. But yeah, Duff, I mean, after all that, like, after I had a heart-to-heart with someone,
used to be you're close to the same age as me.
Yeah.
It used to be growing up when you went to church to listen to the preacher preach.
Yeah.
You know, it was like, the church is like got all this money and they built new parts of the church and they want to have this big huge production and do all this other stuff, and it's like,
yeah, it's lost its way, you know.
It's lost its message is what it's lost.
Yeah. But then again, I mean, that's why I am the way I am now, is because, you know, I learned real quick that it wasn't the message that they were trying to convey. It was the message they wanted to, you know, it was the new message is different than the message they were trying to convey, is what I'm trying to get at there.
Right.
New messages, how much money can we raise, and how much can we keep up with the Joneses?
Exactly.
It's no longer what it was originally meant for. But yeah, that's about enough of that.
I think that's why a lot of the youth today are not into church.
Yeah, I mean
Churches are dying out.
Yeah, I mean I even heard my grandma say the other day, turnout was low for hers, and I mean, like I said, hers has got one of the more clearer messages. That's actually more. The preacher is very anti money about it. I mean, the youth nowadays have turned to online study and self-study.
I think that's a lot of it too. The internet changed so much.
Yeah, I mean that's what I ended up going to, was self-study for a while, and I
when I was in church, there wasn't no internet.
Yeah, but I will say this, Duff. Whenever my mom passed, that's when I really kind of just changed my thought process on things. I hate to say it, but I think that's what kind of pushed me into my thought process now.
My church did my mother dirty. Really dirty. I never thought church could be like that. But
Some can.
even though it's church, they're still people.
Yeah.
People have flaws.
All right, so I got that backpack done. Is this it? Is this the kit? I got this done in like 30 minutes. Oh, well, not quite done yet. I still got weapons to do, but that's the suit for the most part. Now we're just working on weapons. So I need to break out the C1 runner yet again. And what we're going to do now is we're going to take out C127 first. And this has got a lot of decal work on it.
Water decal?
Oh, no. These are all just like standard stickers, yeah. All right, that runner's done. So the C set is done. We've just got A, B, and everything in between.
I think I would prefer the water slide decals better.
I tried working with water slides on one of these kits before, and the transfer over was just so... It didn't transfer over. It just would not transfer, so I prefer stickers with these.
Yes, I'm just used to the water decals from all the models I built when I was younger.
And see, I used to do water slide decals as well, and they used to be a lot of fun, but no, I don't know. It just seems like these were a little more of a struggle to put on. I don't know. Maybe I'm just so out of practice with them.
Bitch.
What happened, Duff?
This phone. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but my phone shut off. It don't make sense.
Duff, I think it's just being ornery today. Yeah, you might have Fubar might have messed with it. All right, there we go. And I want to go ahead and put some stickers on the bottom. Oh wait, do I have these on backwards? Yep, I need to fix that. Because in order for this to work,
I'm making a mess.
they have to be like that. Like that. Okay, there we go. And now I got to put on some more stickers. 23 and 24 are the stickers I'm going to be putting on this one. This is going to be fun. So how are these supposed to go on? Oh, I see. So that's supposed to go on. Here we go.
Dave, are you still having problems with your computer?
Dave, Jen, let's see. That's a good question, Marcus. I really don't follow pro level hockey that much. Like I follow some local, I follow like the lower tier. Let's see. What did he say? The computer is stable for now. That was very scary, Dave. I know that had to be scary for you as well with that computer issue. Trust me, I had some computer issues with this one as well. The power supply fried on this one a while back. And luckily we were able to...
I don't have a computer.
Yeah,
a lot of I had a computer, that's all I had was problems.
Luckily I'm getting a little better skilled with like the deep repairs of things. The next thing to learn how to work on is processors and like replacing those. So I'm actually going to do a complete computer build here in a few months. That sticker, I really don't like the sticker on this.
I made a lot of money scrapping computers at one time.
Yeah.
There's gold in them computers.
Yeah, there is. Some of the components are worth a good little bit, depending on the year and age of the component.
Yeah, the processors, the RAM chips.
Yeah. All right, so I got that put together there. And now I need to put this drill. This thing has a drill built into it, like into the shield. All right, let's go ahead and get that squared away. And that's going to go into the wrist. Oh man, these battle clubs they got as well. This is a sick suit. I'm digging this. All right, so I got to do some decal work on the weapon stuff here, and this may be where it takes the rest of the stream to build. Let's see, 18. It's going to go here. I think we got this right. If not, it's going to get covered up by the other sticker and kind of balance out. It didn't go on straight. Of course it didn't. There we go. And now I can line. That's another reason why I'm glad these are stickers and not water slides. With the water slide, you got one time to mess up. With the sticker, as long as you can peel it before it settles, you might have one extra chance. However, I would love to start like going back on some of these kits that actually have like decals and stuff, and do like a test paint on like a Grandpa Gundam or something like that, you know?
I would imagine them stickers are just like any other toy that has a sticker on. Eventually, it's going to peel off.
Yeah, it'll peel off. They're not the greatest, but
Water decal when it dries, it ain't coming off.
yeah, and that's why a lot of the hobbyists that do this, a lot of the builders prefer them over the decals that you get. Problem is, a lot of the third-party water slide companies charge an arm and a leg for these. All right, let's see, how's that supposed to go? Make sure I'm putting this in the right spot here. I got to put one set of stickers right there, or one sticker right there. This thing is so slick. Like it just wants to keep sliding around in my hand. There. And there. Just put a little pressure on that. I should hold that sticker in place. Come on. So my hands don't want to close today.
It's called getting old.
Yeah. So, Duff, I got tasked with cutting Jen's hair today.
What?
Yeah.
Did you stick a bow on her head and cut it?
Well, I wanted to, but she said no. So I had to practice my best barbershop quartet. So I sang the whole time.
Buzzed it, didn't you? You took the razor to it?
No, I used a pair of scissors, but I got it a little shorter than she wanted it. That's why I told her she needs to start paying somebody to do her hair. That way it's done right.
I don't know. I don't blame her. I have the same problem paying somebody $25 to cut just a little bit of hair off.
I'm about to say, Duff, I think it's a little more than that now. I think the last time I actually quit,
I've been buzzing my own head for 20 years, so I wouldn't know really.
Yeah, I let Jen cut mine, so she buzzes it all the way off, and that's the way I want it. I actually don't want my hair anymore.
Spend $20 and cut your own hair for 20 years.
Exactly. Yeah, she cussed me out tonight. She was mad about the fact that I cut her hair short, and I was like, well, it'll grow back. Unlike mine.
Just hair.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Then after she looked at it, she was like, oh, it didn't look bad. It's like, I know why she cussed me. She just wants to keep me on my toes.
I'm surprised she even let you do it.
She wanted it done. And she's like you. She doesn't want to pay for a haircut, so. All right. That's it for the decal work.
Last time I paid for a haircut, I come home and my old lady got so mad she went back up to, I think it was Super Cuts.
Yeah.
That I went to. She cussed them up one leg and down the other. Went to hell off on them, then came home and shaved my head. Like, it wasn't that bad of a haircut, was it? It looked horrible. Fine, shave it off. Been shaving it ever since. I let mine grow out pretty long one time until they started making fun of me at work, calling me Fabio.
They called you Fabio.
Yeah, because I'd be riding by on a forklift or a reach truck, and my hair's just like flapping in the wind. It was pretty long.
So this shield is probably one of the coolest shields I've ever seen for a Gundam kit. We've got a drill mechanic here that looks really cool, and it slides. Hey, AMW, what's going on, man? How's it going? Been thinking about you, brother. Hope you've been doing well. And this kit's not bad. I'm enjoying this. Google that real quick, because that should be popping up. And another text command box, command prompt box.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
What the hell is going on? Setting on my phone is messed up or something.
Love you too, AMW. Love you too, brother. Hope all's going well up in your area of North Cackalack. Here's this runner. I think the A runner actually has some bonus pieces on it that's not really being used for anything. Go into my listing parts. Which I can use for kit dashes and things like that. 30, 22, 23. Let's see what they're using. Let me see if they're actually utilized or if they're just like spare. That's one thing I love about the kits is that if it's not a part that's used, they'll mark it off. Yep, those are totally not being used for anything. They're just bonus pieces. There we go. That's it. The runners are clear. We just have one more sticker left. We got a few extra polycaps, which is good because those actually come in handy for other projects. Go ahead and get those extra pieces into the box there. There we go. And pretty soon, guys, I will show off the Hajiroboshi, and it's wonderful equipment it has here. There it is, guys. That's the battle mace that it comes with. Really cool little weapon it has here. And the cool thing about the hip here, the hip armor we have. Okay, that head is the only thing I don't like. That is not staying on. It's not good. Probably just going to need to put some glue on that, or fingernail polish on that joint. So we got a neat little hip piece here that allows us to hold our weapons, which is really cool. Don't normally get that. The weird little waist here. I don't quite understand what these are for here yet. Like maybe after I do a little looky at the suit in action, I might be able to figure out what those are for. Almost like jet, like something for jet propulsion, but I'm not sure. And they came out real easy, so try to slide that back into place. There we go. Really loose in there. So some looseness in the joints. I figured that's not going to be too terrible because that'll help with storing the kit in the box for now until I can get it like on a good stand. There we go. And there's the rifle, the weird little cannon rifle that it has. It's an interesting weapon. And that also stores in that hip piece there. So there we go. There's the suit in its entirety, all done. Weapons at its side. It's a nice little suit. I kind of dig that. We got ourselves about... Oh, Dave says he's got a new project in the works for AMW. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to zoom in on this real quick just so we can see it. There is the Hajiroboshi in its entirety. Just a really nice design. Super clean, and there's nothing really negative about this kit aside from the head's real loose. We do have these backpack pieces which do kind of poke out a little bit, so it doesn't let it lay evenly. Stand-wise, it does have a tendency to want to lean just slightly, just because the joints are super loose. Back piece right there. Probably gonna need to put a little glue on those ends just to hold them in a little bit better. But again, that's good for taking them off if we need to like store the kit. Comes with a couple of weapon options here. That should not pop free like that. It's okay. Yeah, that's good. Good. I felt it move just a second ago while I was trying to pose the chest. Huh, yeah, that's a big bug. Little hover fly or something in the over there by the air conditioner. Or I don't know, it's a big bug. But there's the suit in its entirety, ladies and gents. Not a bad little design there. I kind of dig that. All right, so we got a little bit of time left over. I'm going to go ahead and break out maybe a quick little kit to work on here. I have a 30-minute mission kit sitting here right now. It's a Spinadio. There's the Hajiroboshi, guys. Again, part of the UrDr Hunt line. There's several of those in that line right now that are really awesome looking kits. Trying to see what kind of bug that is. No, it's a mayfly. It's ugly as sin, but there's actually, you know what? I got one of these G-frames here as well. Let's open that up and take a look at it. I've never built one of these G-frames. I like the actual Gundam. The box is actually the instructions. I gotta figure out how to open it up. There we go. It's open. All right. So this is a little different than your standard Gundam here, in the fact that the G-frames are just nice little figures you can get to kind of accent and bring out a little bit of that. It's like a quick Gundam kit, basically. Everything's already pre-built. The only thing you're doing is just snapping the parts together. Let's go and rip all of that open.
More targeted towards younger kids or something?
Targeted towards like people who want the kind of like the fun of building. Like you said, targeted towards kids probably. If I had to guess. And this is the G-frame, which I've never built one of these, so I'm excited to see how this is going to build out.
Wait on my glue gun to heat up.
There we go. There's the actual frame of the kit. Here is all the pieces we need here. And again, they're not really labeled anyway. It's going to be like, oh, this is part 1, this is part 2. It doesn't have that typical Gundam labeling. That trash bag over here close to thing must have, that bug snuck in whatever through the air conditioner or something. It's just hanging out on the box right now. It's totally harmless, so I'm not worried about it. It's just big and creepy looking. So they give us a frame.
Still?
Yeah, I can still hear you, Duff.
Earbuds are acting up too.
You're just not having any luck tonight, are you, Duff?
I guess somehow on my phone, I tried to turn it where I wouldn't get no notifications or ringtones or none of that during the stream. I guess I did something else with the backlighting or change the setting somehow there where it shuts off after so long. Me and technology don't get along.
Nah. I barely get along with a person. Like I said, Duff, I barely get along with it myself. There we go. We got several different parts to build with. One of them is an actual frame. And one of them is like a suit itself that we build. We'll kind of play around with this one and see what we got. Just trying to get everything out of the part for it. All right. So step 1. Let's go ahead and cut out all this other stuff here. Looks like get a little stand part to add to it. That was a good clean cut there. Getting all the plastic out. All right, so step 1, we're actually going to build the actual frame of this. It tells me to remove the foot first. But wait. Did that backwards. Took the whole foot off and I didn't need to. It's okay, that's easy to put back in place. There we go. And so with doing this frame here, just plug all this in together.
Devil.
What's that?
I said I hate hot glue. Hot glue's the devil.
Yeah, it is. I used to work with it a lot. In fact, when I made my Harry Potter wands that I made, I used hot glue as kind of like the same way you're doing with the trees there. And that's how I ended up making that. All right, so after that, what we do next?
Back when I first started doing dioramas, I used hot glue for everything. And the more I watched other people, they didn't use the hot glue. They used other forms of glue because hot glue is a good temporary glue.
Yeah.
But over a period of time, it don't hold as well. Something like this tacky glue is what I use now. But you can use tacky glue and hot glue. The hot glue to hold it just for the moment till this dries, and this here creates a great bond. And
Okay, so they give us a frame to display with. Okay, so this is the display frame here. So this doesn't have any movement whatsoever. But as you see here, it's got armor attached to it. That's really cool. So this is an actual like movable part here, and this is like this is a display frame. Okay. So what we do is we take the armor off of this. That's easy to do. So they give us a display frame to kind of play with and utilize and all that. See, this is very much Gundam-like. Like it's definitely feeling like a Gundam kit. The only difference is the armor is a little bit different on this compared to like the older or the way the kits are done. You get a nice little display frame for certain things. How to take that? Okay, that's just easy to pry. Should be easy to pry apart. There we go.
Hot glue, Mama says you the devil.
No, that just came off. Wrong. There we go. Hey, little Elmo, what's going on? How you doing? Hot glue is dangerous. That's what Jen forgot. Jen said she used to forget that it was hot. Try to wipe away the excess with her fingers. That's awesome, little Elmo.
I forgot what I was doing someday. I glued something. I put like a ton of hot glue down in this hole to hold something.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here with my shirt off doing this. And I went to do something else with the piece I was working on. I dumped that hot glue all down on my stomach. Man, you talk about third-degree burn.
Man, that sucks.
Like a hole in my stomach.
Sweet. All right, there we go. Get all this armor off of this frame here. Figure out that leg. Okay, it's on the display frame now. There we go. So once you get all the armor off this display frame, which is easier said than done, this stuff's hanging on pretty well. There we go. I just got to get one more piece of the leg armor off. That's the display frame they give you. And now I've got to go ahead and start putting the armor on the actual like frame of the kit here. I don't like that hip joint there. That doesn't sit well, but I guess once I get the armor in place, that should sit a little better.
My ears will be driving me nuts all night tonight.
Oh, because you're wearing the earbuds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do earbuds, so I always like the earmuffs. Got too used to wearing them earplugs working in machine shops.
Let's see these go. Man, I gotta get. The only thing I don't like about this D-frame is the torso joint here is not made to kind of sit that ball joint in, so it sits loosely in there. Like they show you how to put it on. Wait, I think I got it this time. If that's the case, I just didn't have it in there all the way. All right, let's get this here. All right, got that on. Now the next step here is the abdominal armor and leg armor. So this goes on here. This is really kind of neat. I'm digging this. Just an easy way to kind of show off the components of the suit.
Is that like the inner part of it? You got to put the suit around it?
Yeah, that's exactly what this is like. And I just got to find all the right parts and put it together, you know? I'm doing this right, it all should just kind of like close up together around itself. There we go. This is kind of nice. I'm digging this. Not bad for a little, you know, $12, $13. Maybe a little more. I think some of these D-frames do go for like 16 or 17, depending on just like all the pieces they have in them. Oh, that one didn't line up. Oh, something didn't line up properly there. I wonder if I got two of the same parts there. No, I just think I just didn't have it like balanced out. Well, wait, that's the problem. There we go. That's better. I had two of the same, like Ultimate Design, or like the same. It was basically the opposite side, but this part that needed to go in that one spot. All right, so now we do the leg armor and the torso armor. This is a neat little kit. Something good for somebody that wants something. If you want something to like kind of learn, see the inner frame of a suit, probably the best thing to have. Okay, and then I need to go chest first. Like this kind of shows you the inner workings a little bit of the suit. And after chest, we go backpack.
And I was so happy I found these at the Dollar Tree the other day.
Oh, those trees?
They're like palm leaves.
Yeah.
But if you get on Amazon and look up artificial palm leaves, they give you it'll bring up palm leaves for like a big house plant or something. You can't find them this size.
Really?
I couldn't find them at Michael's. I couldn't find them at Hobby Lobby this size. I've been looking for some of these for a while now.
I'm missing them.
Stopped at a Dollar Tree I don't normally go to, and they had them. Yes.
Yeah.
You go to Hobby Lobby, something like this costs you $8. You get it at the Dollar Tree for $1. You watch Jurassic Park in the forest, there's a lot of palms.
Yeah.
Like a lot of ferns.
You know, I'm sitting here struggling with these parts paired up, like the armor parts and stuff like that for the arms. Like pulling the armor off of the frames. I could have totally just, used my pry bar, my little pry tool that I have.
What are you pulling them off for?
So with this kit here, you have like stiff joints that are mostly held on for, decorative purposes. Like they're there to kind of hold the part in place, but they're not really utilized for anything.
Britterbug.
Hey, Britterbug, how's it going? Duff man, you just dropped us a dab party, didn't you?
What, me?
Thank you, Duff man, for the dab party. How's it going, Britterbug? Happy Mother's Day to you too. Hopefully, AI and Katie Bug did something fun.
No butter today.
Yes, I saw that. She was asking back to butter the trees.
It's all about the green. Trees have all been buttered.
All right. Let's see if I can get this armor off and that's your life. Pry that one. Hey, there we go. Can't pry it. Just gotta get to the right spot. Get in there.
Fourth place from what?
Oh, she's talking about Fortnite. I think they did a Fortnite stream earlier. Where they were playing some Fortnite together. Hey, being sneaky's how we normally win there, Britterbug. Yep, they snuck from bush to bush and got fourth place. Nice.
Hey, a win's a win.
Exactly. usually do my tactics stealthily. That's how we get our dubs. All right, there's that front. Now I've got to figure out. That's cool. Now I can put the display stand into the actual stand into like a display. All right, let's see here. Doing the armor down the arms. So we can go ahead and lower the arms down to the side. Can we? Yep. And that's going to go down. That, I think. Yeah. No. Loose on there, so that's not right. Well, I don't know. Let's see. Yep, that goes there. And then we're going to repeat that process on this side as well. Figure out what those are. That's the arms. The arms. There we go. Backwards. That was backwards. I don't know.
7 big trees made. I think that's all big trees I'm making. And more, I need a flatbed to ship this thing.
There we go. And now let's see. I got. Right. I think I'm getting the hang of this. Think I'm doing this right? Yep, I'm doing this right.
My old lady will be happy when I'm done with these trees.
Not ready to see them going, huh?
I keep getting the screen stuff everywhere, making a mess. It's just like this. This just fell off. It's
Yeah.
hard to keep something like that on there.
Y'all are still waiting on that AC, Britterbug? God, I feel for you. Yeah, you probably did get a little dehydrated today, Chad. 27 likes? Guys, we are 3 likes away. 3 likes away from the big 30 likes. This is one of the G frames, Mirage. It's one of the G. It's the G frame for the Blitz Gundam. I actually don't own a Blitz Gundam yet. All right, so we got that.
Get out.
Now I want to put the shoulders on. There we go. That's rough, Britterbug. That is really rough. That's too hot. 80 degrees is rough. Yeah, I picked one of these up. I picked a few of these up, actually. I have a few of the G frames, and I wanted to try to put one of these together. And I've been meaning to do it on stream, but I was like, I don't really know if I ever have, like, the not the ability, but like the free time to do it, and now I've got some. So because that kit did the kit that I just built didn't take that long to build. All right, now I got to build the. I got to get the front armor. Where's that? There it is. And then we can put the head on. And the scale on this isn't terrible. I'd say probably like 1/550th. It's tiny. It's not the biggest, but it does come with several different weapon options to choose from there, and as well as like the giant shield, of course, with those projectiles there. They're kind of loose in there too, which not bad, but not exactly something I feel comfortable with. There we go.
About speaking in computer. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Am I speaking in computer?
He said Deafman do be speaking in computer. I don't know. Mega Demon says just popping back in to say hi. Welcome back, Mega Demon. 28 likes now. Thank you so much, Britterbug. I do appreciate all of the love and support. You guys are the best. All right, we are almost done with this build here, guys. I've got to now attach the foot armor to the foot part.
Knee bone connected to the knee bone?
Yep, exactly. Let's see how to pry this apart here. Let me get my pry tool. There we go. Pop that out. Armor there. And then, let's see, that comes out. And this goes in place of that. Slide all that together. And we do get a nice little display stand with this as well. I think is a really good deal there. That is a that's the weapon that we get with this. Pretty cool little spear that we get with it. That leg armor needs to go back on. Popped loose from the pressure from the foot, I guess. There we go. Let's set that. There we go. And I just got to repeat the process over here. And after that, this is going to go probably into the stand like so. And the cool thing about this stand is you can actually turn it into, like this frame here, this display frame, you can actually turn it into a display for the suit. So it works like a little miniature stand. Because they give you the stand here for it.
I'll be spanking these trees for days. If I don't do it here, it's going to be all over the house. So.
First he butters the trees and spanks it. Tomorrow, hopefully, is when you're going to be getting that AC.
I don't think I could live without AC.
Raj says he would have gotten himself the G-frame shining since it's coincidentally to scale with the HGs. Really? That's cool. It's hot, but you've been making it work. We had a cooler full of ice with a fan on top of it for cooling the house today. That works well. That works well. But God, if I had the ability to get you in time, Britterbug, I would have bought y'all an AC and brought it to you today. All right, little Elmo, have a good night. That poor tree. Fingers crossed, Britterbug. Little Elmo, thank you for taking care of Britterbug. I do appreciate all of the support you guys give to each other. that was going old school. Mirage said also giving the trees a good spanking. Duff knows how to spank his trees, guys.
No comment.
No comment.
Keep it YouTube friendly.
By the way, Duff, were you watching the stream the other day? You said you were watching the stream when Salacious dropped the camera, or when Bob dropped the camera.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I laughed so hard at the when it fell on Salacious's his bits.
It was hilarious.
Yeah, and he kept screaming. He kept screaming about how he was in pain because they fell on his bits.
He was having problems because of his chair.
Yeah, he said he was sitting on the edge of the chair, wasn't he?
He said he broke it.
Oh no! I laughed way too hard at that.
Said he went to lean back in it and it just kept going.
Oh.
Now he's got a new gaming chair and he put it together wrong.
Poor Rum. He just can't get a break.
He said he ended up with some washers left over. He don't know where they go.
Did I not get... Wait a minute. Let me look here. I may have... I gotta look at something here real quick because something's not going right. Okay, I see what I gotta do here. Choose either one.
Go, Mirage.
All right, Mirage, have a good one. Thank you for being here tonight, brother. We'll see you next go round. Mega Demon want to know if you were spanking the trees because of what one did to Dave in Valheim. She said, "Spank them trees, but just don't forget that butter. After it may need to sit, or may need to sit straight." They want to know. Poor Dave in that tree. That's not good, Marcus. All right, so there we go. I think I've got this lined up right. Let's see. I do like the way that looks.
We got a flyer in our mailbox yesterday or the day before about a cat. It'd been missing since the 5th. Well, heck, I seen it laying in the middle of the road, squashed like a bug a week ago. So I had to call the lady and tell her, I think your cat's dead.
How am I supposed to put that in the hand?
Like, oh, it's a house cat. It's never been out. I said, apparently it was running out in the middle of the road.
Yeah. I'm looking to see how to attack, how this thing is supposed to hold its weapon here, but I don't think it is. Which is weird. I wonder if the back of that hand comes off. I don't think it does. It doesn't look like it does.
Bug, you get me a 3D printed figure of Dave, and I'll make a diorama of a tree falling on him.
Wait, I think I see what I need to do here. Instead of mounting it to the hand, you just plug that in there, and boom. Now we have the spear here. All right, so there's this one. That's all done.
Like, are you sure it was our cat? I said, well, lady, according to this picture, it looked pretty dead on.
No pun intended.
It's a big gray cat. I mean,
Yeah.
not 100% positive or nothing, but just calling to let you know I seen a big gray cat in the middle of the road squash like a bug. I didn't run it over.
Way to go, Marcus. That's awesome, man. Next time he gets out of line, threaten him with a tree. 29 likes, guys. Really? We're that close? We are that close, yeah. One more like to go. All right. So this is the suit all finished up. It does come with this little stand here. And guys, I'm going to show you something cool about this stand. So what you do is you take the legs of it off. And then let's see here. We take the feet off as well. And those feet will actually attach there and there. And this is how we're actually making the stand for this. The leg pieces here. How do they attach?
I would think all those kits would come with a stand.
So it depends on how the kit's built, like how it's designed, whether or not they will. I know that a lot of the more a lot of the ones with like giant weapons and things like that will come with a stand. But things that are,
because that's the only way they'll stand.
Yeah, that's the only way you can actually pose it. I've had a few that come with stands. It's very, very few and far between. Usually the more expensive kits will come with a stand too. All right, so after that, I'll put the leg things on backwards there. You can turn those inward. Yep, I got them on the wrong way. Because that's not going to balance if you leave them like that, but there we go. If this is done right. No, that's not right. Flip that back over. All right. The hands go, of course, into their respective spots. Well, maybe. There we go.
I sent the link to Berserker and Freya, but I guess they're busy for Mother's Day.
Yeah, it's probably Mother's Day, so I kind of knew that they were probably going to be doing something for Mother's Day. He was telling me about some of the things he'd had planned for her for Mother's Day, so probably went out and knocked all that out tonight. All right, and there's the stand. I think I've got it right. I wonder if I push this together, if this will sit inside of that. Almost. That's okay, we'll put that right there. Now, let's see, how does this go into the suit? I don't think it does. It's just kind of a display. Oh, wait, that display stand does rotate. There we go.
Berserker said he stopped by earlier, hit the light.
Yeah. Oh, We got ourselves a dab party. Thank y'all so much for the dab party. I do appreciate that. Now you need one for pizza. A pizza party. We might be able to get something like that going. Everybody said that ain't Papa John's pizza. All right, so there's the stand right there. So that stand actually does come out pretty cool. Definitely does help out with like holding the kit up a little bit. It's not bad that they actually include a stand with this. The only thing I don't like about the stand is, any little bit of pressure and it's going to pop free.
I think all the Papa John's around here closed.
Really?
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting, Duff. Considering
We got
your area is kind of like home of Papa John's.
You ever had Jet's Pizza?
No, I hadn't.
Oh man, you ain't never had a good pizza. It's on the
Guess we'll have to make a
expensive
trip up
side,
there then.
but man, I'll tell you
Really
what,
cool.
they got some killer pizza.
And that may be one of the kits I leave kind of displayed up right there. Is this one? 'Cause that's, at least until I get it, until I can get some like display space. But there it is, guys. That's it. It comes with that little stand, which you can take the display frame and turn into a stand. I did mine like that. Of course, you can do it different ways, but yeah, I'll probably put that up on the stand behind me at least. Britterbug said you need to move somewhere with that one.
I'm not supposed to eat pizza, to be honest.
Jen said 29.
Well,
Oh my
I
God,
can't.
even numbers is bothering her.
I can, but I'm diabetic, so I'm only allowed to have one slice, and it's hard to eat just one slice of pizza.
Yeah.
For me, anyway.
Oh no, Britterbug's hacking, guys. That was a fun little build. I'll give him credit where credit's due on that. That wasn't bad.
At Jet's Pizza, the last place I worked, we'd order pizza from there. I'd spend $3,700 on pizza
Yeah.
for all 3 shifts. Man, it was some good pizza.
That might actually sit up here on the desk. I don't know. I'm going to leave it on the desk because I tend to knock stuff over on the desk whenever I'm working on stuff.
I never have enough. My desk's always a mess.
Yeah, mine is too. Ow, that hurt. Just jammed my coat right into the desk.
500 freaking paintbrushes and 10 different types of glue, and I never have enough room.
Yeah, same. I got like all kinds of. What kind of advice are we getting here in the chat? Jen said, just cut a sliver out of the pizza and then eat the rest. That's still one slice. Define one slice.
I just wish my glucose meter would reflect that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with you being diabetic, I don't want you putting yourself in like any kind of coma for Jen's advice.
Any type of bread, man, bread immediately turns to sugar in your body.
Yeah, my dad went through that. Like every time he would eat, it was miserable.
Like when I eat a meal, I'm allowed to have like 60. Like basically, I eat 2 slices of bread.
Yeah,
and that's it. And I'm to the point where I can't have no more. Or 1 slice of pizza.
I think I found a good spot for my good.
I'm trying to cut down on my eating again, get back down on my weight. And I lost so much weight that I got to where my diabetes went away.
Yeah, I mean I've been working on my weight here lately as well.
I started putting it back on, and the diabetes came back.
Thank you so much, Britterbug. for that, you're getting a dab party. Thank you so much for the 30th like. We do appreciate that. As always, guys, thank y'all so much for your amazing support. We're rounding out now here, guys. 30 likes. We knocked that out of the park. So with that being said, that's it for tonight's stream, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank y'all for tuning in tonight. Before we finish, I want to do a quick roundtable here with my amazing friend. Oh God, I got to turn that brightness down. That's making me look like Casper the Ghost there.
That's all, folks.
But ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, we have made it to the end of our stream tonight. Oh, wonderful. The cats are fighting, as always. It's my sister's cat. That cat does not get along with any of the other cats in here. He constantly just stirs up a scene. But I realized that my little party lights weren't on tonight. There we go. That'll help with some of the whitewash that's going on here from the brightness of everything. But with that being said,
we need 10 more likes before the stream's over. You ain't a hacker if you can't do that.
Exactly. All right. Whoa, my camera just went. Really? There it goes. This thing's whack. This thing's so whack. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, before we leave, I'm gonna let Duff Man have the floor first. Duff, what have you got planned for us tonight? What do you got planned for us this week?
Oh, not much. I'm waiting on this dyno so I can cut this base out for this diorama and figure out how my lady's tree's out. It's going to be like massive because
yeah,
these are all the big trees right here. And I'm going to do trees and bushes and ferns and water and rocks, and it's going to be big.
Dude, I'm excited.
All I do is work on dioramas, man.
About to say, I'm excited to see that done and over with, so you can, show like the full thing done.
Once I get done with this, I got to move on to some Star Wars dioramas.
Wow, my camera.
Then I got to do a rooftop diorama for some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Make Ricardo Jabba's Palace diorama. I'm always busy, got stuff in the works.
I'm about to say, you got a ton of stuff in the works, brother, and that's keep it up, man. Keep it up. Your dioramas are some of the best I've ever seen, Duff. So
that, but right.
But ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, that's it for tonight's stream. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Tune in tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern. 8 p.m. Eastern, where we'll be playing some Valheim with our good friends Berserker and Freya. Also, Dave will be there as well. So thank y'all for that. Make sure y'all check that out. Also, at 3 p.m. tomorrow, there will be a video dropping where you will get to see some mystery items, and I'll just show you that. That's about all you're going to get to see. There's the yellow there. Sent in by
I missed it.
One more time for Duff. The little bit of yellow right there is all you're going to get to see. Just for now. Sent in by our good friend Joseph Michaels. He sent in some amazing items to the channel in a mystery box. So thank you so much, Joe, for sending that. I appreciate it. But
I just got my winnings from him the other day.
Nice. But yeah, he sent
I got a huge box of stuff here from Brett from Collecting with Cool. I need to post on Instagram.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited to see what all. I'm excited for y'all to see what all he sent, because he sent some really nice goodies here, guys. So definitely go check that. Definitely check that out tomorrow at 3 p.m. And again, at 8 p.m. Eastern, we will be playing some Valheim. Thursday and Friday are up in the air. I've got family coming in, so we're gonna be kind of busy most of the day. So hopefully by the end of the day, I might be able to pop in and do a stream. But yeah, so guys, thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Y'all can follow me on all of my socials. There is a link tree in the description below to take you there, as well as to the merch shop.
Wait, Fritterbug said she wants to see my feet. Oh, you're gonna have to go to Only Feet for that.
Yes, you got to get Only Feet for that.
Pay for that.
But guys, y'all can check out our good friend Duff, man, over on Instagram as well. Thank you so much, Duff, for being here tonight. We appreciate you, brother.
Thanks for having me, man.
Hey, anytime, brother, anytime. But guys, go check out my merch shop. Go check out my amazing sponsor, Dubby. Go snag you some Dubby and use my coupon code to save you some money. It saves you 10% off by using the coupon code ColdBane at checkout. Again, that's ColdBane at checkout. I also want to take this time to thank my amazing members. These are the people that pay $2.99 a month, just like Duff, man. Wow, it completely got covered by the banner there. So there's some people on the bottom there. Sleeping Collectibles of Blue Harvest Toys. Go become a member today, guys. $2.99 a month is all it takes to support the channel.
Wow, look at all the members.
I know it's grown, and a lot of those are thanks to you giving out some of those donated memberships. Good God,
You got to be rich.
Yeah. No, barely. I barely see anything from that. But it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like for the $2.99 a month, it barely covers anything. But I hear Jen chasing the cat. There we go. But anyway, comrades, that's it for tonight's stream. I want to thank y'all for tuning in tonight. Thank y'all so much for watching. Yep, that's that cat. I'm going out here in a minute to handle that. But thank y'all so much for watching. Much love. And Das Vidania. Oh, there's a Duff face.